Sapanda, good evening. Next time मिला रे.
Hello, Danny.
Good evening, Sapanda.
Hello.
Sapanda, good evening. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Sapanda?
Good evening, Sapanda.
Nilesa, good evening. Paneshwar ji, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening, Panesar ji.
Good evening, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are fully audible.
Thank you, धन्यवाद.
अच्छा पानेसर जी आपका जो सेकंड वाला भेजा है वो चाहिए ना?
हाँ, सेकंड वाला.
हाँ ठीक है.
Good evening, Sapanda. Good evening, ARRFC, Dr. Bharat ji.
Sopanda, good evening.
Sapanda, good evening. Can you hear us? Sapanda, can you hear me?
Nice. Sapanda is having some ये network issue नहीं है?
Yes. He is in Darjeeling, na?
Oh अच्छा. Subhajita is also in Golaghat ना?
Yeah.
Hello.
Good evening, RRFC elect Devashish.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, Bharatji. Good evening. Nice to see you. Good evening.
I'm Devashish. Dr. Bharat here from 3250.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Nice to
good
see you.
evening.
Hi.
How was your trip to Melbourne convention and all? Excellent.
Hello.
Good evening. Good evening, Devashish.
Good evening, Rajkolda. Good evening.
Good evening, Rajkamal.
Shillong is raining
Yes, heavily.
heavily না ইয়াতো বৰষুণ দিছে আৰু দুদিন
Hmm. As you
last 2 days only.
It's slightly better today, but still.
গুড ইভিনিং দেবাশিস দা।
Hey, good evening, Shankar.
হ্যাঁ কেমন আছেন দাদা?
আমি আছি ভালোই। তোমরা ভালো আছো?
হ্যাঁ, ভালো আছি দাদা।
হ্যাঁ,
অনেকদিন পর দেখলাম।
সেই।
নাইস টু সি ইউ।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
ওয়েলকাম।
তোমাদের কি ক্লাবের বিল্ডিং নাকি কেউ নিয়ে নিয়েছে নাকি?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
So you're shifting or something? No.
না, আমরা চিন্তা করছি শিফটিং করব নাকি আমাদের যে মানে যে ভদ্রলোকটা প্রপার্টিটা খরিদ করেছে
Hmm.
ও আমার ক্লায়েন্ট। আমি দেখি ওর সঙ্গে কথা বলে দেখি ওকে যদি আমাদের মেম্বার বানিয়ে নেই তাহলে মানে প্রবলেমটা হয়তো স্লাইটলি
Let's speak कर दिए।
That's a good move. That's a good move. That's a splendid move.
Devashish, I could see that you are in your room, the lights are there. No, but in my room, now at this moment, sunlight is there.
Sapanda,
But
good
every-
evening. Arijita, good
Oh,
evening.
it's a-
Devashta,
Good evening, good
Sapanda.
evening. good
Sapanda,
evening.
Sapanda, good
Arijita,
evening.
good evening, Arijita. Good evening.
good evening.
অরিজিৎ স্যার গুড ইভিনিং।
Very good evening.
স্যার ভালো আছেন?
খুব ভালো।
Hello, good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
Hi,
Good evening, everyone.
good evening.
Good evening, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Devashish, we can start.
Subhajita
Danny,
has
are you
joined.
ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Subhajita has joined.
Yeah, Governor, we can should definitely start.
Yeah.
Danny, once everything is ready, you can tell me, go ahead so that we can start.
Subhajita, I am already set up. No problem with from my end.
Okay, fine.
I just received a presentation from Raj Kamal. I think I'll just
Yes,
download that.
yes, yes.
Otherwise, I'm set up.
Governor, let's start then, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, it's already 6:02. You can start in about a minute. Yeah.
Participant voice talk করবে।
Yes. Please start.
Yeah, please.
Good evening, Prabhada. Welcome.
Good evening, Prabhat ji. Good evening, Arijita.
Yes,
Good
good
evening,
evening.
Devashish da.
Good
Good
evening.
evening, Pravadji.
Raj Kamal, I have received your presentation. I'll do it.
Thank
Danny,
you. Keep it ready. Keep it
Yeah, I'm ready,
ready.
Subhajita. I'm ready.
yeah, mute everyone, then let's start.
Yeah, we are all set, Subhajita. You can start.
Great.
No, your voice is not coming, Subhajita.
Well, great. Well, friends, good evening, namaskar, and welcome to this TRF Level 1 and Level 2 seminar. We are organizing this seminar on the format of online. Of course, the Zoom is the most convenient way to connect each other across the country, across the state, wherever you are. And we have a lot of people joined in many places in this meeting. Friends, I cordially welcome in this meeting the incoming RRFC for Zone 6, which includes District 3240 as well. Dr. Devashish Da. Devashish, good evening and welcome to this forum. I welcome heartily ARRFC, Dr. Bharat from Jamshedpur. District 3250 and 3240 is the designated district for Dr. Bharat for next year. Bharatji, welcome once again to 3240.
Sorry, there is some problem with my video. I'll sort out. You please go on.
No problem. Thank you. We also welcome DRFC of District 3240, joined across Chandigarh, past Governor Arijit Endo. I formally welcome the past Governor Prabhat Kedia and other past governors and the district TRF team of 3240 for the year 23-24. I heartily welcome all the assistant governors, district secretariat member for year 23-24, and also the key man for today's evening, the club incoming leaders and the club incoming officers, to this wonderful meeting of TRF level 1 and level 2. This is a training meeting. And last but not the least, I welcome our future leader, the governor-elect Nilesh Agarwal from Tejpur, who would be leading this district, leading the team of 3240 in next Rotary year. Friends, as I said earlier, also online is some forum where we actually having a convenience of sitting at your office or at your home, your bedroom, your drawing room, wherever, and you can immediately connect. So our motto is to give the training to a maximum people who are assigned with the responsibility next year. And that is the reason we have chosen to connect each and everyone, because the earlier training programs proved that we have connected a larger incoming officers or incoming crowd so far the training is concerned. And today I'm happy to see that there are 60 already have joined, and I'm sure as the time progresses, this is a Sunday evening, people are a little reluctant, but definitely the number will go up. So without wasting a further time, I would request Governor-elect to kindly place his welcome note. And after that, immediately we'll move into the TRF sessions. And before that, again, RRFC will address. And we have a very concise and to the point training, which actually requires for the club. We are not covering the entire part because which are not required, we are not burden the club leaders with those things. But if definitely those who are required, we will touch upon those cases, and our all facilitators of this meeting will cover those. So I would request Governor-elect to kindly have his welcome note before we proceed with the further proceedings. Governor-elect, over to you.
Good evening, District Trainer Subhashish, and it's nice to be here this evening on this TRF Level 1, Level 2 training seminar. I welcome you all. I welcome on my part RRFC PDG Devashish Da, happens from our district, and we are so privileged to have you as RRFC. I welcome ARRFC Dr. Bharatji from District 3250. I welcome you, sir, to our district, though it's virtual, but in future we'll call you in some TRF seminar, and I hope you will be able to join us in person. Today we have with us District International Service Chair, past District Governor Prabhat Kedia ji. I too welcome him. We have DRRFC PDG Arijit Indo, District Stewardship Subcommittee Chair PDG Ashok Agarwal, District Grant Subcommittee Chair Rotarian Rajkamal Bhuiya, District Annual Fund Subcommittee Chair Rotarian Joydeep Basak, District Fundraising Subcommittee Chair Barnabas, District Polio Plus Subcommittee Chair Ravindra Singh Panesar, District Paul Harris Society Coordinator Dr. Asim Kanti Adhikari, DGN Sukhvinder Singh, DGND Kamesar Ilambam. We have all our AGs, all our Zonal Secretaries, President-elects of 23-24 and few maybe of 24-25, Club Foundation Chairs, and other district, zonal and club officers and members. Friends, welcome you all to this TRF Level 1, Level 2, and we have done it virtually because you all know geographically our district is very large, and we have seen the performance when we have done our district training assembly, and also the sets that we have got good number of members, and the purpose of having that training was fulfilled. I hope today as we move ahead, we'll do the same. All the speakers are here, and all the subject as far as the Level 1, Level 2 training seminar is concerned is already incorporated. My request to all of the speakers, the time allotted to them, they should try to maintain it so that we can finish it on time, because all the programs that we have seen, we have started in time, we have completed in time. 5-10 minutes is okay. After that, we can have some question answer session for the members who are here so that they can ask if any queries is there. So I once again welcome you and hope that when we go back, we will be more enriched as far as the Rotary Foundation is concerned. Sapanda is telling he can't hear anything. I think we should call him and tell him that he should log out and log in again. That might be such problem with him. I think today he is in Darjeeling. There might be some network issues. So anyway, I welcome you all once again and just be here with us 2 hours, put some attention and learn a lot about how the TRF functions, what are the things that we can go so that we can sail through the next year 23-24 smoothly and years beyond. So thank you once again and welcome you to this TRF Level 1, Level 2 training seminar.
Thank you. Thank you, Governor-elect, for your welcome address and also introduction your TRF district team for next year. Thank you so much. Friends, just a few important things. So for online meeting is concerned, please keep yourself muted unless until you are required to talk or asked to talk, so that the speakers should not be distracted with side talks and all that. I also request Zoom board members to kindly give co-host access. I can see you have given, but still if anybody miss, to all the speakers who would be presenting their PPTs or presentations. And also I missed out to welcome our incoming leader, DGN Sukhbinder Singh and DGND Dr. Kameshwar. And I have seen just now Sapanda has joined from the Queens of Hill. Welcome all RI officers, incoming officer and the past officers. Before I request RRFC to place his opening remarks, I would request Bharatji, ARFC Bharatji, if you want to say 1 or 2 words, you can address, and then after I will request RRFC to give his opening remarks and further to the other proceedings. Bharatji, if you want, you can just say 1 or 2 words to the Rotarians of District 3240 as being the ARFC for next year. I think Bharatji has some network issues, so we can come back to later, Bharatji, if it's required, or to say something for the time. I would request our incoming RRFC, Dr. Debashish, who has joined from Shillong, RRFC for Zone 6. I would request him to, in a brief, to say what is the purpose of, because a lot of people has a mind that we have a grant management seminar, we are having TRF 1-2 level, then again we have a district TRF seminars, why so many seminars on TRF, and what is the purpose of that? This is all design and recommendation from Rotary International to have all these seminars. And I would request RRFC to, in a short, to say the house, what is the purpose of having TRF level 1 and level 2 seminar training. I would request Dr. Debashish to appear on the screen and have his deliberation. Dr. Debashish, over to you.
Yes. Thank you, District Trainer Subhashish, District Governor-elect Nilesh, the Council of Governors, ARRFC for next year 23-24, Bharatji from 3250. Subhashish has rightly mentioned that when we think about the purpose of the seminar, of this seminar level 1 and level 2, why are we going to have this seminar today? We had a grants management seminar a few days back. We are with level 1, level 2. These are all training seminars. Before we start with the foundation seminars in the month of November usually. Friends, this meeting is important for a simple reason. We have asked the club foundation, club leaders who are attending this seminar for a cause. I'm not talking about the Eastern governors who have already joined today. It is the stress mainly on the club leaders. We are putting on the leaders who are looking after the foundation in the club, how to understand what the foundation does. How are we going to support? How are you going to motivate the Rotarians? So the first purpose which we need to understand about these TRF seminars, which we have level 1, level 2, is the motivation part. How do you motivate the Rotarians in your club? And how do you participate in the Rotary Foundation programs and projects? So please understand that it is not a seminar which is asking for you to contribute immediately to the foundation, but it is you need to be motivated, you need to participate in the foundation programs. How do you get motivated? Unless and until you understand the policies of the foundation, if you update the foundation's program and policies, then only you can think of being a contributor to the foundation. So the first thing is you need to get yourself motivated. You update yourself with the Rotary knowledge, with the knowledge of the foundation, whatever we shall talk today. The third is we are going to give you an outline of the basic foundation programs and policies. So the next speakers who are going to speak today would give you an outline of the basic foundation programs and policies. Now, once you are motivated, once you are updated, we shall give you an idea and emphasize on the benefits of all the foundation programs and activities. And once this is done, please remember that club, as well as the district, especially the club members, you are recognized for your contribution. So this is also something which we are going to discuss today. You have done something for the foundation, you are going to be recognized by the foundation. So the club recognition is also something which is very important, which we are going to learn today. The most important part, which I've put it the last, is how do you enhance giving to the foundation? Now, if you want to give to the foundation, you need to have the basic online tools. How do you go ahead in contributing to the foundation? This would also be put up in today's session. So you have basically a seminar where you are to be, like all the speakers are trying to put you in a platform where you need to get motivated, understand the policies of the foundation, understand how to take the foundation programs and activities ahead, how to put it online, how to contribute to the foundation, and update your knowledge about the foundation. This is the basic purpose of the seminar for this level 1 and level 2. We have combined together. We are supposed to do it separately, but we have combined together. Being a vast district, we are putting up on the Zoom platform. The topics are more or less same in level 1 and level 2. We have combined this for the benefit of all our Rotarian friends across the district and across all the club members. I'm sure this session of today's will highly benefit all the club members across the district 3240 in taking up programs, taking up activities, and ultimately contributing to the foundation. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. We shall proceed ahead with the next topics as such.
Thank you, Dr. Debashish. Friends, Dr. Debashish is the RRFC for next year. Don't consider him in this meeting as a speaker. He is our own man. Consider him as the mentor for this meeting and mentor for next year, so far TRF is concerned. Feel free to approach him, question him, and ask him if you have any doubts. Do not keep the doubts with you. Put up your doubts or question in the chat box. Our Zoom team will monitor, and when the question answer session will come, Debashish or any other resource person will come back and respond to you. So that's my humble opinion to all the participants, and use Dr. Debashish as a mentor of this program, not as a speaker, because he has a vast knowledge. He can definitely enlighten with you more with the Rotary Foundation. Thank you, Dr. Debashish. Friends, we have our DRFC for next year, and DRFC past Governor Arijit Endo will just quickly emphasize and enlighten the House with the TRF contribution overview. So I would request DRFC Arijit Endo to kindly appear on the screen and give his deliberation on the subject, the overview of TRF, not only 3240 as an overall. So I would request DRFC Arijit to be on the screen, and it's all you. Over to Arijit.
Good evening, District Trainer Subhashish Chatterjee, the DG-elect Nilesh, and our PDGs present here, and the office bearers of the clubs and the leaders from the clubs attending this meeting, particularly the ARFC, Dr. Bharat, who is also present in the meeting, RRFC elect, our own Debashish Das, present in the meeting. Good evening to all of you. Well, if this training seminar is to motivate yourself, I'm sure you need to know few information, or the status of the district as on today, the scenario of the district as on today as regard the TRF is concerned, the contribution is concerned. I'll request Danny to kindly show the slides. I have got 4 or 5 slides, important slides. Danny, next slide. Make it full screen. Danny, please make it full screen.
I have made it full screen, but I don't know why it is not showing full screen in the
I think Arijit, Danny has some issue. The
Yeah.
other day also he was having a trouble.
Okay, no problem. If it is visible to everybody and if I am audible to everybody, it's fine.
Danny,
Sure.
Danny is representing that. Just
Yeah.
give a moment.
Let me
It's all right, it's visible to everybody.
Yeah. Danny.
Okay.
quickly.
Yeah.
So
We'll talk about
this is the scenario of our district as regard the annual plan fund, and also the it includes the polio and other funds too. So friends, if you see the year-wise and particularly put your mind on the yellow bar, I have shown that what is the FPF we have contributed to the TRF. In 1920 was the highest ever from the district, and 2021 also reasonably good amount of we have contributed to 282,855, and 21-22 it is 292,913, and 22-23 this year till yesterday it is only 149,813. These are the FPF we have contributed from different clubs. But the scenario is not very much healthy as far I am concerned. If you see that 22-23, 40 clubs have not yet contributed anything. 40 clubs, no, please don't go to the, let me discuss on this. Yeah. Now in others, you see that in 2021, the clubs have contributed more, 98,897, and 21-22 was also good, 93,446, and 22-23, 24,363. These others comprises of the polio contribution and also directed fund to the global grants. So now endowment this year is also a good amount, 22-23, $26,000. But non-giving club scenario is not very good this year. I have shown below the district zonal seminar commitment for the 22-23, because this I am showing it to you because the next year when you club leaders will be proceeding with this seminar with the commitments, you should ensure yourself the commitment is fulfilled by each and every Rotarian. See, In the first seminar held on Bardhaman, the commitment was $1,11,000. In Shiliguri, it was $75,000. In Guwahati, it was $1,25,000. And in Silchar, it was $70,000. So in total, it should have been $3,81,000. Whereas till today, we have our district contribution is showing $200,176. So yet we need to contribute to fulfill at least this commitment, another $1,60,000. So friends, this is the scenario I'm projecting to you to give you an alert situation, alert call, like in the next year when you will be the leaders of from different clubs, you should be very much alert about it so that commitments are fulfilled. Otherwise, our governor Nilesh, he has rightly kept the goal set at $4 lakhs for the year 23-24, but that we need to achieve. If you cannot achieve that, then what is the use of this TRF seminar? And the RRFC has already told motivation. What is the question of motivation we are having out of this seminar? So next slide. Friends, next slide. Here I will show, because as for the district financial management plan, it has directed, the guideline has directed the DRFC to let all the clubs know how the DDF is used throughout the district through different grant projects. So in 22-23, our this DDF was 1,96,174. I have avoided the fraction amount. I have gone for the total amount only. Out of that, we have which we have used this year in 22-23, the DDF, and we have used so far only towards the district grant project DG 2344770, as you see in the second row, and that is 64,486 is the amount. We have got the approval, and we are the district grant project is ongoing, and around 65% of the grant project is completed. So, and regarding the global grant project in this year, we have 6 numbers of grant from our district we have applied for and submitted global grant as an international partner. I think it is not 1, it is 2 numbers. So towards that, we have also committed our spending from the DDF, 37,000 and 10,000, total 47,000. But this I am showing it in the last column. Those are not being approved. You cannot say that has been utilized. So as on today, in our hand, DDF available is 79,188, which is uncommitted. But with the till now committed amount are not being used. So in fact, we have $1,16,680 in our hand. But if the committed amount to the global grant projects are used, then it will be 79,188, and unallocated amount is still in hand is $41,188. So friends, scenario as on 23-24, we are receiving our $1,34,356 at a DDF out of this APF generated in 2021, and out of the APF generated in 2021, we will be getting 47.5% from the annual fund share. So it is 1,34,356 because 2.5% have been deducted as operational expenses. So out of this 1,34,356, we will be able to spend 50% of that towards our district grant projects, and rest 50% will remain for the global grant project as per the guideline of the Rotary Foundation. But for the Global Grant projects, if this $41,180 counts remain unallocated, and it will be added to this 1,34,356. So this half of this 1,34,356 plus 41,188 will be in our hand for utilization towards the global grant. What is the scenario of the DDF, which is the responsibility of the DRFC to let the clubs know how the DDF is used throughout the district, and the best forum is the TRF seminar. So I am showing it to you. Next slide, please. Next slide. Yes. What are the programs of the district, TRF? I just wanted to tell you the project grants, district grants, global grants, you all know it, humanitarian projects, vocational training teams and scholarships, and also the CSR grants. These are all managed by the clubs, districts as per the TRF and also as per TRF and Rotary Foundation India guideline. Next slide, please. Next slide. Yes, polio eradication and Rotary Peace Centers, these are managed fund directly by the TRF. Yes, next you see the grant scenario of the district 3240 is very important for you people to understand, because next year I hope we'll have a lot of money in our DDF to spend for the towards the district grant project as well as global grant project. So you should be prepared yourself from now only, because this year scenario 22-23 will definitely give you a warning to prepare yourself from now itself. See that this 22-23 only one grant project is going on, that is district grant project, and which I told you the 68% is completed. Not a single global grant project as on today have been approved by the TRF, whether it is we as a host country, a host partner, or international partner. So global grant we have at this moment in draft stage 5 numbers, 4 as host and 1 as the international partner. In authorization stage 1 is there, it is as a host partner, and in submitted stage 1 as international partner. So this is the scenario, but not a single global grant has been approved as on today. But I am hopeful that by June 30th, at least few of the global grant applied by different clubs will be from our district as well as our partner district will be approved by the Rotary Foundation. So next slide, please. Well, district grant ongoing as on 22. Yes, district grant project 1 report already submitted, but district grant reporting of the grant project is also very important. That is what I want to tell you, because when you go for the district grant or global grant project, the reporting has to be very much particularly made to the Rotary Foundation. Otherwise, you will be proved as a disqualified district and disqualified club. So district grant, we have one which report of which has been submitted, and we have 21 district grant project on the line. And out of that, our district as international partner, 5 global grant project is there. And out of these 5 global grant projects, report due only one, 31st of May 23. I don't know what is the fate of that. No reply is coming from the TRF. And as host partner, we had 16 global grant projects. So we have reports yet to be accepted. Reports are being uploaded by the different clubs, I am sure. But 9 global grant, out of which final report has been submitted for 3. But no acceptance report has come back as yet. But that is why I am just cautioning you that this only going for the grant is not all about it. In time reporting is also very, very important for the club as well as for the district. Now, why this reporting in May 23 every year for Indian clubs and district is important. District need to qualify in 23-24 with minimum 70% grant reporting. As per my calculation, whatever report I am seeing every day in the net, that our district is now only 45% qualified. And yet the TRF need to review the report submitted by different clubs. I am sure that different club, all the global grants for 16 global grants report have been uploaded, but that need to be reviewed by the Rotary Foundation. After that, they will let us know whether how many have been accepted and what are the, if there is any objection, that will also be reported to us. With this, I want to tell you that let us go for the global grant and as well as district grant project, but with little bit of caution and sincerity, so that we can nicely do the grant projects of the Rotary Foundation. And last slide, as usual, I say that when God blesses you financially, do not raise your standard of living, raise your standard of giving. Thank you for your generous contribution to the TRF, and that is making us possible to take up this grant project. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, DRFC. Arijita, you have given, in short, you have given the entire picture of District 3240 for last couple of years, and also the year to come, what is the district is getting. And I'm sure you mentioned about the annual fund conversion into a DDF for the district after 3 years, which is very, very important and partnering for a district to get some fund to do some good works in this world. Friends, we are going into the TRF sessions after the initial desk talks. And here onwards, whatever the speakers will be talking to you, consider this all as your training part for this evening. So first, without wasting any time, I would request the incoming District International Chair, past Governor Prabhat Kedia. He would be focusing and he would be giving you an information why annual fund is important, and then you will understand why Arijit and as the DRFC mentioned, this year we have this much of DDR, next year we had this, we did not have that. So that's why I'm sure we might have some problem because Prabhatji is traveling. I know he hasn't reached Guwahati yet. He is in the car. Prabhatji, if you are okay, then we can give you, and if you want, I do not know where you have reached. We can allot you in a different slot if you want to. Unmute yourself, Prabhatji. Vibhuti, get help Prabhatji to unmute. Prabhatji has.
Yes, I am unmuted.
Prabhatji, is it okay, or should I allow you to present in later slots?
No, it's okay, because Jayabrata has very kindly stopped the car for me to finish.
Okay, thank you. Friends, Prabhatji is traveling along with Jayabrata and Vibhuti, the serving AG from Golaghat, because yesterday they were here, and Prabhatji is joined from the car. Prabhatji, over to you for your inputs on annual fund.
Yes, thank you, friends. This I will just start with a story. You see, one Rotarian, friends, he saw a dream that he suddenly had a heart attack and he goes to the heaven. And there, when he enters, he was carrying a bag. And when he enters at the gate, Lord Indra stopped him and asked him, "What is in your bag?" He said, "This is my whole life's income. I am carrying a few crores of rupees which are here in this bag." Indra said, "Okay, I am allotting you a locker. You just put this bag in a locker." And he put it in a locker. Next day, he went out from his room, and then when he saw the stores there and the shops there in the heaven, he was just startled. It was so attractive, the things there, the fashionable goods, all these he wanted to purchase. And then he took a few bundle of notes from his bag and selected a few items and wanted to pay. And the shopkeeper there or the manager there said, no, this currency won't work here. We won't accept this currency. This fellow was, he was baffled. He just went to God and asked him, "What is this, God? I have carried so much of money with me, and they are saying that this currency is not, this currency will not work here." God said, "Well, friend, ये करेंसी तो तुम्हारी जो है ये तुम्हारे दूसरे कंट्रीज में ही नहीं चलती है, इंडिया ये तुम कैसे सोचते हो कि ये करेंसी यहाँ मरते लोग में तुम्हारे करेंसी चलेगी? This is not done. The fellow was aghast. He said, "Bhai, kya hai? What currency works here? Tell me." Then the god said, "Well, giving clothes to the naked, giving eye to the visually blind, giving food to the hungry, giving shelter to the shelterless, giving polio drops to a child, giving education to a child who cannot afford it. These are the currencies which work here. These are the work which accumulate in your Bahi Khata, they call it the ledger, and then this is the currency which works here." Now this fellow started crying. This fellow, he was a Rotarian. He started crying. He said, "Arey, I am a Rotarian. I know that the Rotary Foundation does all this work and many more works. But my friend Rotarians, and my district governor, my DRFC, they had all approached me for giving to the annual fund of the Rotary Foundation, but I never donated a single penny to the Rotary Foundation. If I would have done well, all this work would have been credited to my account, and this currency would have worked here." He started crying. He said, "God, please give me another life. Let me go back again." He started repenting on whatever. God said, "Okay." They call tathastu hum bolte hain na. So God said, "Okay." Suddenly, the man woke up from his dream, and then from the next day, his total life changed. You can realize even the God knows what Rotary Foundation is doing. We are not giving money to the Rotary Foundation for all the good work which Rotary Foundation is doing. I was at Melbourne only last week for the annual Rotary Convention. There were a few speakers very in vivid detail. They told us what Rotary Foundation has done to them. One was a scholar. One was he was from Uganda. He was working in some bank. Now his total family was devastated in the Uganda when Idi Amin was ruling. His father was killed when he tried to flee Uganda. His two sisters, they died of some illness. His mother also expired, and this fellow was he somehow he fled to USA, and there some Rotarian. He met some Rotarian there, and they found a scholarship for him, and he studied there in USA, and now he's earning a good amount from the job which he is doing in a bank, and he has joined a Rotary Club now, and he is regularly donating to the Rotary Foundation. He was appreciating the Rotary Foundation that they have given me a new life. There were polio workers from Pakistan. They had also given a presentation. Now, what is the story of Pakistan? You will be just, we cannot believe that they have so many polio workers were killed there. But still Rotary Foundation is doing that work to eradicate polio. All this work is being doing, and whatever projects we are doing in our district, either as a dialysis unit or a blood collection van or an eye hospital, whatever, which the clubs are applying for a global grant, all this money is coming to us through DDF. And all of you know that whatever we are donating to the annual fund in the third year, 50% of that comes back to the district in the form of DDF. You have just heard from our DRFC the details of the DDF which we have collected this year. Even the global grants which we have applied this year, some of them have not yet been approved, and we are still having money, but doesn't matter. Even if the global grant, we cannot do any global grant this year, this money, this DDF remains with the district. Up to 5 years, we can use this DDF. So it's so important that the Rotarians donate to the annual fund of the Rotary Foundation, because which will come back to them for doing any kind of service project, a global grant or whatever good project the club or the district feels that it should do. I would again appeal, हम लोग तो इतना कुछ देते हैं, हम लोग मंदिर अभी तो just I was seeing a video that day, that these temples, they have been taken over by the government. Whatever you are donating to the temples, people are donating every day there is a collection of millions of rupees in the temples here in India. And all this money now it goes to the coffers of the government, and then we actually don't know where it is spent. So why not give to the Rotary Foundation? This you are seeing before your eyes, how it is being spent, what projects are being done. It is your choice what projects you do. I would again appeal, friends, annual fund hamara abhi bhi theek hai. We are good at giving to the Rotary Foundation, but it is not up to the mark. Whatever a district, there are districts in India who are giving much more than us and doing many more global grant projects than we are doing. So it's my earnest appeal again, please see to it that the annual fund coffer is made stronger and stronger, so that the good work which Rotary Foundation is doing can spread everywhere, and we can also do good global grant projects. So with this, thank you very much. And DG and District Trainer, thank you for allowing me
Thank
to
you.
speak
Thank
to
you,
the members
Prabhatji.
of annual fund.
Thank you, Prabhatji. Friends, we should applaud past Governor Prabhatji to seeing his spirit, even from a car driving to Guwahati. What a wonderful presentation he has given with some good examples. Prabhatji, thank you so much, and we appreciate your effort. Thank you. And thank you, Sayabrato and Vibhuti, serving AG Vibhuti, to assist past Governor Prabhatji to have his deliberation done. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.
Okay.
So we would start the car now.
Yeah, they can start the car right now. No problem. Thank you. Friends, the next session we have, which is a very, very important session as well, because everybody said that we need to give contribution, we need to support TRA. Prabhatji has mentioned about annual fund. But when a Rotarian gives or support TRF or Rotary Foundation, what is the recognition he gets or his club gets? So we need to know, if I give, let's see, be it a young, be it a old, be it a mid-age, everybody is like to have appreciations or recognitions. It doesn't depend on the age, only not the kids and the schoolboys are required for appreciations or recognition. Even a 80-year-old man will feel happy if he's been recognized. And Rotary Foundation does recognize everyone whosoever supports with whichever amount. If you do a $5, that is also appreciable. If you give a $1,000, that is also appreciable and recognized. So next session is recognition by Rotary Foundation at individual level and at club level after you support TRF with your benevolent contribution or donation. I would invite Governor nominee Sukhbinder Singh from Amenity Bardhaman to present on the screen and express his deliberation to the incoming club officers. What are the choices and options and opportunities of getting recognized by TRF after contributing to the TRF for any given year? Governor nominee Sukhbinder, over to you. Please be on screen and have your presentation. Thank you.
Good evening,
Danny,
everyone.
please assist Sukhbinder if he needs support to present his screen. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, I am now sharing my this screen. Can you please allow me to share my screen?
You are already co-host. You can do it. Click on the green button. You can do it. You are already co-host.
Can you see this one?
No, it's your screen is not showing.
Oh, then will you please share that one?
Yeah, okay, I'll do it. Yeah, it's working now. Yeah.
Good evening,
We are on-
friends. It is visible, na?
Yes. Perfectly.
Okay. Okay. Friends, very good evening. Friends, when you contribute to the Rotary Foundation, you help Rotary Foundation securing and growing Rotary programs
throughout the world. When we contribute, Rotary Foundation also recognizes donors to express their gratitude for their commitment. So next slide, please. So here you can see there are several individual recognition by which Rotary Foundation recognize the individual donors. First one is the Rotary Foundation Sustaining Member, RFSM. When you give $100 or more per year to the annual fund, Rotary Foundation recognized you as RFSM. The second one is Paul Harris Fellow. When a member contribute $1,000 or more to the annual fund or Polio Plus or an approved foundation grant, he is recognized as Paul Harris Fellow. Another one is benefactor. When you include the endowment fund as a beneficiary of $1,000 or more in your state plans, or when you donate $1,000 or more to the fund outright, you received a certificate and insignia to wear with a Rotary or Paul Harris Fellow pin. The next is multiple Paul Harris Fellow. When you give additional after you are recognized as Paul Harris Fellow, again you are donating $1,000 or more to the annual fund, Polio Plus or any approved foundation grant, you are recognized as multiple Paul Harris Fellow. There is another one, that is Paul Harris Society member. When you elect to contribute $1,000 or more annually to the annual fund, Polio Plus or an approved foundation grant, you are recognized as Paul Harris Society member. The next one is Bequest Society. When you make a commitment for future gifts of $10,000 or more to the Rotary Foundation, you will be invited to join the Bequest Society. You will get a Bequest Society pin and an exclusive art piece suitable for framing. And the next level is $25,000 Rotary's Promise Crystal and a named endowment fund plus all the above. Next stage is $50,000 separate named endowed fund directed to 2 areas of focus or districts plus all of the above. And another one is $1,00,000 customize the Rotary's Promise Crystal plus all of the above. And above that is $250,000, that is Arch Clump Society. So the next one is, which I missed, this one is major donor. When your cumulative donations reach $10,000, so you are recognized as major donor. Major donors can choose to receive a crystal recognition piece and a major donor lapel pin or pendant. And major donor level 1 is from $10,000 to $24,999. Level 2 is from $25,000 to $49,999, below $50,000. Level 3 is from $50,000 to $99,999, and level 4 is from 1 lakh to $2,50,000. Arch Clump Society, already I have told you that Arch Clump Society is when your cumulative donations reach $250,000, $2,50,000. So you will be recognized as Arch Clump Society. Recognition includes an induction ceremony and your picture and biography in the Arch Clump Society interactive gallery at the Rotary International headquarters in Evanston, Illinois. And you will receive an invitation to the society events along with membership pins and crystals. So apart from that Arch Clump Society, there are more recognitions like Trustee Circle, Chair Circle, Foundation Circle, Platinum Circle, Platinum Chair Circle, and Platinum Foundation Circles also. So next, now I come to the club recognition. First one is 100% Paul Harris Fellow Club. For clubs in which all dues paying members are Paul Harris Fellow, this is a one-time recognition. And the next one is 100% Paul Harris Society Club. For clubs in which every dues paying member contributes a minimum of $1,000 to the annual fund, Polio Plus, or global grants within a Rotary year. And third one is 100% Foundation Giving Club. For clubs that achieve an average of $100 in per capita giving and 100% participation with every dues paying member contributing at least $25 to any or all the following during the Rotary year annual fund or to the Polio Plus fund or any approved global grant. So please mind it that each member should pay a minimum of $25 to receive this club recognition, 100% Foundation Giving Club. Now the next one is 100% Rotary's Promise Club, a designation provided to clubs in which every dues paying member supports the Rotary Foundation endowment with a minimum commitment of $1,000 or more in an estate plan or via an outright gift of $1,000 or more. A certificate honoring the achievement will be provided upon request. The next one is every Rotarian every year club. For clubs that achieve a minimum annual foundation contribution of 100 per capita during the Rotary year, and every dues paying member must personally contribute at least $25 to the annual fund during the year. So the next one is top 3 per capita in annual fund giving. For the 3 clubs in each district that give the most per capita to the annual fund, clubs that give at least $50 per capita are eligible. Next one. Now there are more opportunities by which Rotary Foundation recognize the members who contribute. There are naming opportunities also. Special opportunities are available to create an endowment or make a directed gift in your name or the name of a loved one. Endowed gifts are invested in perpetuity with part of their earnings spent on a designated program. Directed gifts are spent in their entirety, usually in the following Rotary year. Another one is endowed global grant fund. 5,00,000 or more, you can specify to 3 of the following: the district sponsor, the area of focus, or the general geographic region of the project, or the type of grant activity, such a project or a scholarship. 2,50,000 or more, you may choose up to 2 of the options listed above. And 1,50,000 or more, you may choose one grant activity type, such as humanitarian project, scholarship, or vocational training team. The named endowment, if you donate $25,000 or more, you can direct the money to one of the following: areas of focus, funds global grants in one of the areas of focus, World Fund, funds global grants in all areas of focus, share, supports the World Fund and provides DDF to your district, and Rotary Peace Centers supports Rotary's partnership with leading universities around the world to train professionals in conflict resolution, peace studies, international relations, and related disciplines. And Rotary Peace Center endowment opportunities and Rotary Peace Center's directed gift, as I have already mentioned. Another one is Rotary Peace Symposium directed gift. This is for those who contribute more to the Rotary Foundation, and it starts from 4,00,000 to $5,00,000, and it is directed gift to the Rotary Peace Symposium. So this is all the at the end of the Rotary Foundation, when you contribute to the Rotary Foundation, and at the same time Rotary Foundation also recognized you in the various way how you contribute to the Rotary Foundation. So that's all from my end. So thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to share my views on this club and personal contribution to the Rotary Foundation. Thank you all.
Thank you, Governor nominee Sukhbinder, for sparing your time, share your talents, and I'm sure your this presentation will do some impact in our future leaders. Thank you so much. Appreciate your help in this Sunday evening. Friends, the next session, Governor-elect has asked me to take that, though I was not very keen to take that, but next session is online session. And as all of you know that I take little interest on online things. So Governor-elect has asked me to take this session, and it's my privilege to present the next session in a very short, that I will touch upon those things and I will have a live demonstration. I do not have any slides regarding the foundation online reports. That's a club president or a club required to know and access. So Danny, if everything ready, I can start and present my screen, right?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Is my screen is visible?
Yeah, it is. It is beginning to come.
Okay.
Still not fully.
Has it come?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah,
come.
it has come now.
Okay, thank you. So friends, I'm sure you have your My Rotary account. So this is My Rotary account first page, and once you logged in, you will find your name here. The way you just see in the top right corner, you can see Subhashish names is there. So once you logged in, to access your club related, individual related reports, where you need to go? First, you go to manage. Once you hold your cursor on the laptop cursor or mobile phone cursor, wherever, on manage, you will have 4 things written on the left in the sub screen. Those are club and district administration, community marketplace, brand center, and these are things. So we need to know the club's administration. So if you click here, you will see there are 5 options came out: club administration, district administration, then reports, Rotary Club Centers, and others. We need, as the subject says reports, we need to go and click on reports. This is report. Let me click on the report. Once you surf this website, you need to have a little patience, because this is one of the heaviest website across the world, because this website has 1.2 million plus road tractors, means 1.4 million Rotarians information. So you can understand the weightage. So once this page comes, the report page comes, you have to go down. I will come on the individual reports later. First, let me take the club reports. And as it is foundation, let me go to this contribution and recognition. You can see this is contribution and recognition. So contribution and recognitions, this is one district given view reports, and the above is view report for clubs also. So if you click here, the next page will come. It's coming up. It will take little time, as I said, but it will come up. This page is little slow, but comes. Yeah. No. This is the first thing. Let me go back. Yeah. And friends, after this presentation, or while you see this presentation, if you have any questions, please put it in your chat box. And Danny, I would request to capture those questions regarding to this presentation, so that we can address that after this presentation is over. Yeah. So this is a report page came. So see, in this report, you have three segments: the club reports, district reports, and club officers giving report. We are considering this club part, so I'm not going to the next slot. The first slot, you can see the second option, which is very, very important: club recognition summary. We call in short CRS. CRS is something where a club president or a TRF club TRF chair can see the status of his club. Let me click there. A new page will come up with the club recognition summary sheet. And this sheet has from the day one of your club. You will have all data from the day one of your club. If your club is 100 years old, you will have the 100 years membership reports here. Which member has given, when last, and how much he has given, whether he is a PHF or a non-PHF, you will get every information. Even you can get the status of your ex-members also who has left Rotary right now. So this is the page club recognition summary comes. In this box, which is just buffering right now, in this box, you have to wait for this. So this is coming up. And when you search this website, it will also help you to lead your club better, because it says, the all experts says, when you lead the club, a leader must have a good patience. So this website gives you to have your patience. So this comes for the entire district. So you have to choose from here your own club. From the top, you can see Rotary Club name. You click onto this drop down. Yeah, so the all clubs of district 3240 name will come here. So as I represent from Rotary Club of Siliguri, let me go to Siliguri. This is Siliguri, West Bengal. See, let me click here. Now the Siliguri page will come up. So see this club recognition summary. This is Siliguri, West Bengal. And this is a status because my club is a 100% PHA club. In the year 1617 it become. So it will be there till the time the club exists. So now this is the club recognition summary. It comes up. The detail, the club number is here, the district number is here, how many Rotarians are there, how many Rotarians has contributed, how many major donors, everything is there. How many Paul Harris Fellow you have in this club. See, here it's in Paul Harris Fellow 48, benefactors 1. Non-giving Rotarians, no one, 0 is the status. So everyone from my club has given something or else. This is the active current membership list. Now here it will come with the alphabetic order starting from your A, from your surname. So naturally the Agarwals are first, then B, C, something like that. So if you not like to see something, you can see, for example, the first one, Agarwal Ankit. So Ankit Agarwal is the club member. Y means yes. Recognition amount, he has $2,000 recognition amount. Still that he joined the Rotary. He became PHF and the current status is he is PHF +1. I mean, he is a multiple PHF. When he become PHF in May 2017. And foundation recognition point available for him. Foundation recognition point, RI has a system that if you give $1, RI will back you with $1 recognition point, which you can match to anybody else in this Rotary world except you. So Ankit Agarwal has 600 recognition point with him, and he can donate this 600 point to any Rotarian, not only Rotary Club, across districts. And the last contribution he made when? June 21. June 21 is the last one that he made the contribution. And in which field he has made the contribution? He has given the annual share, APM. So this is, you can see your club member status. And it is page wise. So if you want to go to the next page, go and click here, you will see the next page. The next page will come up. Yeah, so next page, this is the way you can check your club-wise recognition summary. Now, suppose you want to see or someone in your club who was a Rotarian maybe 5 years back, due to some reasons, personal reasons or professional reasons, he left the club. Now he tried to come back once again. Now he said, I am free, I want to join. So as a president, you are inducting in your club, and then you want to know what is the amount of or the recognition he has received from TRF in his earlier stint as a member. You can see that. How I am showing you. The initial list is only for the current members, current active members. Now, if you go to the top where you can see it's the club members, you click onto this drop down, you will find members all values. If you click here, the page will bring you the detail of foundation recognition of your all ex-members also, or the spouses who are not a Rotary member but may have given something to Rotary Foundation. So you will have everything. And if you see this third column, you can see some are N, some are Y. N means he is not a Rotarian. Y means he is a current Rotarian. So you can see, suppose my club has a member who was a Rotary member, RN Agarwala. So RN Agarwala, or go to somebody else. Let me show. See, this is Agarwala Nandalal. So Nandalal Agarwala is not a Rotarian right now. See, N. But he has contributed $200 during his last 10 years. When did he left? He gave in June 1995. I chose that to show you the old data is available. So Nandan Lala, if joins right now, try to join him with the same membership ID. This is his membership ID. And as soon as you put this membership ID for Nandan Lal Agarwal to re-induct, is this $200, this recognition will come up. For example, some other members, see for this Pankaj Kumar Agarwal. Pankaj Kumar Agarwal also not a member of my club, but if he joins and if we member ID, we can get this status. He was a PHF. He became the PHF in June 2017. So this status will give you for your ex-members as well. And also
আমি ওই তোর টিআরএফ মিটিং ছিল তার আমার ওই সময় প্রেজেন্টেশন ছিল ওই
you mean that mute yourself. Yeah. So so you can get all information here. So this is the recognition summary page, which is very, very important. When a governor visit comes, this is one page governor would like to see. And you as a leader also like to see, and you can ask your club members to contribute accordingly. If anybody is just short of some amount for PHF, you can convince him to give to PHF so that he can become a PHF or multiple PHF. So this is one report that is very important. Then you can see the foundation banners. Foundation banner is something that every year. If you click here, you can check your club's foundation banner report or other clubs also. This report comes with the entire district clubs report. So you can check how it looks like. I'm showing you one club report so that as a president or as a club TRF chair, you can plan and you can convince your member to give at least $25 to annual fund and make your club 100% donation and per capita $100. Then your club can get a recognition from TRF as a EREY club for the particular year. So let this page come up. Danny, monitor the questions if any comes up. I'm not monitoring the chat box right this moment.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so this page is coming up. The document is in processing stage. I will show you here. You can see your EREY status. This is a club detail page. See, there are few tabs at the bottom: club details, district summary, club details, and other definitions. So you need to know the first two tabs that is required for you. So this is a club foundation banner report. This is for one particular club, and you can see which member has given what amount till today this year, and you can follow up with other members who hasn't given yet to APF so that you can chase him. So this is, we have to select the year. So this is 22-23 current year. You can see a last many years your status from where this 2007, 2008 this data is updated. So 2007-8 till today, you can check year-wise your club's report from here. You can see which your past president has made the highest contribution and take a challenge to overcome or get more contribution for your club more than the highest ever, so that you take a challenge with your own self and prove that you are the best in your club till date. So once this page come, I will show you. Bear with me for the slow surfing of the pages, because internet speed is not same in everywhere. Yeah, so this page comes, and the same way you can choose your club page. This is for the entire district. as I am the current year's annual fund chair, so I have access to all the clubs, but I will show my club only because it will be pertaining to your role. So I have chosen Siliguri from the drop down. So now this is Siliguri page will come up. So here it's your entire membership list. See, these members are TRF giving achieved. So these members has given this year. On which date they have given? This is the list. Those who are blank, that means they haven't given to annual fund yet. This is only annual fund status, not polio or other directed fund or any other funds. This is only APF. And some are written Y and some are written new. New means these members have been inducted to Rotary this current year only. So when the EREY calculation is been done, your 100% member needs to contribute at least minimum $25, but these new members are exempted. If your, suppose example, if your club has 40 members and out of 40 members, 35 members are new who has joined in the current Rotary year, then your 35 members actually need to contribute $25 to become the EREY. 5 are optional. If they do not, it doesn't hamper for your EREY status. That's why it is mentioned new here. So here you can see the which members has given till date. You will not find the amount, only you will find the date when they have given. So all 23 they have given. So EREY achieved. See, EREY achieved. Yes, yes, yes. So this is your club report and this is your district report. This second tab is your district report. You can access to this district report even at your club level. Here you have a district, all clubs list here. See all clubs starting with Aero City Durgapur and it will finish with Ukhra, ABCD. So here you can see the 1st July membership strength. As I said, your 1st July membership strength will be considered for EREY. So if you see my club, you go here, my club strength is 49 right now, but in 1st July, see my club strength was 47. You saw 2 new in my club, right? So this year, my 47 club members are supposed to give $25 to become my club of EREY. So here you will see the heading. The first is membership 1st July, new club are not considered, annual fund per capita. So this is per capita till date. Club wise you will find. For example, Aizawl Club. See Aizawl Club. This is Aizawl Club. Aizawl Club is $232 per capita for current year. Then APF top 3 per capita. So this is the total capacity, total ranking of the APF in the district. So Aizawl Club stands at rank 4 in our district as on today. So far APF contribution is concerned. And you can see 26th, Aero City is 26th club as per APF. And you can see which is highest today. Let me see, I'll show you that. See, this is Shillong, RRFC's clubs. Shillong club stands at 3 positions. They are the till date, they are the 3rd club in our district, giving highest per capita in APF. Second, I think 1st and 2nd is 2nd page. I will show you. This is average TRF giving, average. This is all active Rotarians giving. These are the numbers, existing active Rotarians, TRF giving Rotarians. This is present TRF giving, 100%. And this is EREY club. See, this is EREY club. This club, Bardhaman Heritage. Bardhaman Heritage has considered as a 133 per capita. 20 members, all active members has given, and this club has become a 100% TRM giving club. See here, they have seen Y. This Y means this club has 100% TRF giving club. And others are blank, means they are not yet 100% covered. Another club, Mango City Malda. See, 100% giver. These are all TRF EREY club. Their per capita is $120. All 27 members given out of 25 members given out of 27. That means 2 new members are not counted. 100% club is EREY. Another club is Siliguri Uttarayan. See, 100%. Siliguri Uttarayan, 120 is the per capita and 100 members given, 100% members given, and what EREY status is Y. Let me show who is the first till date. so far TRF, APF is considered. I think it is Silk City Malda, I think so. Yes, Silk City Malda. See, Silk City Malda, till date, they are the APF #1 share. Their per capita till today is $576. And they also become a ERY club. So from here, you can check your ERY status. And this is not very tough. I said it is a moderate task if president or TRF chair starts working from the 1st July. Because 2,000 rupees roughly per member contribution, which is not a big deal. If we go for a dinner on a weekend, we spend more than 5,000, 6,000 just for his pleasure, and 2,000 per year for Rotary Foundation to make your club year-wise. I think not a big deal, but we need to plan from first day of your year so that we can end up by the year ends. So this is one thing I just wanted to show you. Another one report, club fundraising analysis. You can see from here. Fundraising analysis you can see in this year and corresponding to last couple of years, so that you can see your club's recognition, how it happens and what you are planning for this year. This page will come up. You can see, as I was saying, that you can see your predecessors, how they collected and supported TRF. And accordingly, you can take a challenge by your own self to beat your own club's report. And always a healthy challenge helps you. So this is the page for July through July. I have to see, this is June, right? It starts from July this year, and I can see a month wise. I can see February, what was the status, and current is June. So if I click on to June, okay. So the status till today, this will show up. Annual fund, how much the goal, how much collected till now, and total contribution. Total contribution consists of your annual fund, polio fund, and any other contribution if you have given. So this is your 6 years report available here. So this is your current year, and last 4 years also data you will get. This is the annual goal. This is the annual fund contributions. And this is the total fund contributions for last 6 years. Per capita, club wise and district, whatever the club, see 22-23 club per capita is 44 and district per capita is 42. So you are neck and neck, right? For this club, for 1920 district APF per capita was 110, club was 65. And this is membership. What is the membership you have who has contributed in to TRF? This is not the entire membership, whosoever contributed. This is ERY status, sustaining members of PHF and PHS eligibility. And this is something carved of last 5 years for your club. This is for the study of your club's TRF records. I'm not touching much. And the one thing I need to just show you, that's how you can check your own records. Let me go back. This is something your club report I have showed up. And I will just touch upon a member can check his own records. The own records cannot be checked by club president, district governor, ARFC, RRFC, in anybody. Personal contribution, only a member can check his own. If you know your one, then you can guide your other members to check and to know how far he has given. This is a very common. If you ask any members how you need to give to foundation to become a PHF or MPHF, then the second question he will ask you, how much I have given till date? And you have to have a handy information to cascade that this is the way you can check how much you have given till today, and whatever the balance, how much you have given to polio, how much you have given to TRF, you can check from here. So just personal contribution page I will touch upon. This is something very personal. This is PIA information. It should not be shared with other. I'll just touch upon with the first page. I will not go the other tabs because Rotary is very, very conscious of sharing personal information to others. It should not, that's why Rotary did not give access to anybody. Not even the district governor had the access to check your personal information. I'll just show up for your knowledge that how you can check. So you have to go to manage. reports. Oh, sorry, donor history. Donor history, view donor report, right? This is individual reports. You can see contribution and recognition. And I have clicked to view report. This is personal information. That's why the heading is individual reports, contribution and recognition. Yeah. So this is donor. This next page will come. Individual reports, donor history report. Click on here. The next page will come up with detailed information that how much you have given in which fund, polio or APF or some other funds. So donor history report, this has come as on June 11th. It's coming up. So see, this is the blue part is annual fund contribution and the magenta part is a polio fund contribution. So this contributor has given 53% to annual fund and 46% to the polio fund. So you can have this ratio, and this is the total amount he has given, and till date total giving is this. Total foundation giving is this. So you will have this information. You will have how much PHF recognition point you have, how much, what is your status, PHF 8, whatever. Everything is here, and this page is a transaction details. I am not opening up because this is a personal information. As I said, this is a ledger for your entire Rotary membership career. First, from which date you have contributed, how much you have contributed, when you become PHF, when you become PHF +1, all information will come into this transaction details. So this is a personal ledger which only a member can check, nobody else. So this is in short the presentation, because this online can take hours to tell you. I'm sure you will have a lot of questions, but in a time short, only this much I can touch. If you have any question, not today, anytime, I'm just a call away. Call me up. I will try my best to help you to understand what would be the online questions you are having. Thank you very much for this opportunity, Governor-elect. I'm sure I have taken a little more time, but I know the online I cannot have because the timing is on website's hand, right? So this is something like that. Thank you very much. Over to Danny to seize the screenshot part, and let me go back to the next agenda.
So Vajda, you can stop the screen share.
Yeah, I was stopping, but it hasn't come anyway.
There is one question on the chat, if you can check.
Tell me, till the time I'm doing that, I'll do that. Tell me.
Because that question is very kind of very interesting. It is from Arijita, PDG Arijitando. He is asking why one president of a club is not able to authorize the global grant reports, resulting the reports as due till date, and district is facing problem to achieve the required percentage to qualify in 23-24.
Okay, so if the particular president is not able to access, there could be, I'm sure that a president has registered himself in the My Rotary, and the president's access are also been taking it into consideration that he has been also given the admin consideration, president's right to the tool also. The reason being he might not have, there are few things can happen. There are some technical glitches because this is online is based on the technical aspects only. So there's something happened during registration that people might not registered with the all information required there, so they might not have the entire access of the report. Number one. Number two, that president might have changed his email address in the course of his life of Rotary. Number three, if there is an unknown reason which had not been identified, then we need to take support from the Rotary Foundation data center and highlight them. If it is not, with the data center generally respond back little slow because this is the one global team and they are addressing 1.2 million Rotarians. We can involve the Rotary South Asia office into that correspondence and ask, for example, if it is a TRF, we can involve Sanjay Parmar from Rizal office. Through him, we can approach the data center to get it resolved, because the proposition what is come, why he is not able to access, it is other aspects are fulfilled, then only it could be a technical glitch. Technical glitch, that's why he might not be able to authorize the global grant. So immediate, the first step we need to take it as it is a global grant, and year is also finishing up. So in the first shot, we will involve the Reserve office and write a mail to data@rotary.org to resolve the issue, because this is the only way to resolve this issue. Nobody else can help on that. Or I can talk to you later on one-on-one, and I can guide you.
Thank you, Raja.
And I know the case. I know the case, what you have mentioned.
You know the case. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
He is also having some issue with uploading Rotary Showcase also.
Jaya Pavi has her hand raised, so I think
Yeah.
maybe she has a question.
Please, please. Yes, First Lady, come up. Tell me your question.
Please unmute yourself.
First Lady, unmute yourself. You are muted.
Okay, okay, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
First of all, I wish to thank past President, District Governor Subhashish for his wonderful way of explaining to us so logically. Since I am going to be a president-elect, so I am a bit nervous and skeptic about all these procedures, which is still very new to me. So as of now, I have understood so well, but will you be there when I need actually the help?
Always, always.
24/7. 24/7.
Thank you. Thank you.
24/7. More you bother me, I will be happy that you are getting more into Rotary.
Hopefully, keeping my fingers
you.
crossed.
Yes, thank you so much. Feel free to
Thank
call
you.
me. Feel free. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, Danny, if we do not have any further question, and
No,
this
no
is
more
not
questions.
live, we can have
No
the
more
question and answer later also. Okay, so I will go on to the next slot. And next slot we'll have, we are changing a little bit because governor-elect was supposed to present the CSR, but I would request before that stewardship requirement for Rotary Foundation. This is very, very important. Stewardship is important because we need to portray Rotary the best confident organization in this world. And I would request incoming district grant service chair, district Grant Service Chair Committee, Subcommittee Chair, past President Raj Kamal Bhuiya from Guwahati South, to give a quick inputs for the clubs and the President and the TRF chairs, the requirement of stewardship for TRF. Raj Kamal, over to you.
Thank you, Subhashish. Danny, can you share this thing?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and before that, I will also, before I started fully, I also like to tell you that there are certain principles involved in stewardship. One is transparency. So this is one principle that it proactively and openly share information between sponsors and TRF. We have to have a one-to-one positively or proactively open share information between the sponsors party and the TRF. Accountability, that is another important principle, and adhere to TRF guidelines. Collaboration. Don't share this thing now, Denny, because I'm telling something else. Collaboration is share knowledge, best practices, and lessons learned by reports and the training. Now, in stewardship issue, there are certain issues that come up in stewardship we should guard against. no community assessment. One of the things that comes into stewardship is that there was no community assessment. There is no competitive bids for project expenses. There is no competitive bids. We said select that Mr. X will supply the material that is there. That is not a good stewardship practice. Undisclosed conflict of interest in the project should be disclosed. There cannot be undisclosed conflict of interest. Some vendors we pay advance. That is a strict no. We cannot pay advance to any vendor. Cash payment, we should 100% avoid. Sometimes we have to do that is to be in minimum way. Receipts must be there for every expenses. Sustainability component is not completed. These are the issues that come up in stewardship issues. And project manages only by one notarian. Project is managed by one notarian. No other members are involved. So these are the issues that should be taken care of at the very outset when you start a program. Now, if you go to the slide, so what is grant stewardship contains the entire cycle of visualization of the project, its funding pattern, its successful execution, and the submission of the reports for its logical conclusion. Next. Before the project begins, we have to take a few steps. The very first step is visualization of the grant, what the grant is supposed to achieve. Need assessment is the next important thing. We have been doing the GMS, GSM, the Tremina, all we know that need assessment is the essential and the very first step. Is the project a conceivable with a measurable goal? Is it sustainable? Does it fall within 7 focus area of global grant? For this, we need to talk to the beneficiaries at the very beginning. I would prefer to call it a bottom-up approach. It is not that something we impose upon something, it must be a bottom-up approach. Whatever we are planning to do they really need it? We must not impose anything upon them. So this is the first thing that we need to do, that is need assessment. Next comes next, please. Once need assessment is done, the identification of the projects, its location, identification of beneficiaries, all are accomplished. Then the next step is estimation. This is a very important aspect of a project case. This is very tricky in the sense that contrary to a district grant, what is happening to the district grant is it is over within a year, but a global grant can spread over 2-3 years. So you need to, when you assess, we need to estimate that project cost, taking into consideration of unforeseen contingency cost, some percentage allowed, the administrative costs, and so on and so forth. Therefore, a reasonable and a proper estimate should take into account all these factors. Because when it's very difficult to convince TRF that the project has gone beyond the calculated estimate. So this is very important step. Next, please. The third step is for a district grant, the process is simple. It is very simple for district grant because the district leaders, the DG, and they will give you to guide you. The RFC will guide you. There's a time schedule as to when you should apply. The formalities of section. The district grant is easier because you don't have to do much because the district has given you the allocated fund, district governor, and the RFC. But next is then next, yeah. But for global grant, the process will be as follows. There are four phases I have identified. Phase 1, find out an international partner. Without an international partner, no global grant is possible, that you all know. One member of the host club, one member of the international cluster are the two most important primary contact. This primary contact is very important because you two are the persons to which TRF will liaise with. District governor will liaise with. The district functionaries will liaise with. So these two important persons are very important. They must be net savvy. They must look into all aspects of the grant from time to time. So the two contact persons are very important in choosing and doing the work. Next, please. Arrive at the most effective pattern. As you know, things over here. Earlier, 100% was given. Now, only 80% of the DDF will be matched by the DDF. Cash contribution will not be matched. Earlier, 50% of the cash person foundation contribution was matched by the TRF. Now it is not done. So therefore, the effort should be to get as much as possible from the DDF fund, DDF of the host or DDF of the international partner. That way, fund requirements are made more easily. This ensures greater amount of fund availability for execution of the project. So your focus should be on DDF fund instead of club fund. The club fund is there, it is required, but it is not matched by the TRF. The fourth stage is online application process. That's a huge process, online application. I won't go into everything because in the last TTR seminar also we have discussed about the submission of the online application, and we have now formed a committee. So most of the things that Global Guard it happens that it is not accepted in the so many questions come at later stage. So we are suggesting this year. In fact, Nilesh has already suggested and formed a committee. So before uploading a global grant, the person, the club should route their application through this committee so that the committee looks into the whys and where it can go wrong and rectify it at their stage itself, so that they doesn't fail at the TRF level. And review of the application by Rotary staff, that will be minimum when you do it through our group. Submission of missing data as requested by the staff, receipt on the application. Next, please. Phase 3. You give the bank details information, authorize the legal agreement, submit contribution. If you need the club to have to give any sub contribution that you have to provide, grant payment is processed. Next, please. You have received the money in your bank account. Now, the most important is the during execution of account member. This is number 1. Number 2, regular visit to the site to monitor the progress. Involve all Rotarians, not only you involved, that you should be a committee. This should be a form of small committee. Not everyone is possible to go, but you can rotate the members so that most members join in the project. Strictly adhere to project plan and financial plan. There is a project plan and a financial plan. Monitor it from month to month so that you do not go against project plan or the financial plan. Avoid cash transaction totally wherever possible. Maintain a project ledger. Like you do your own business ledger, maintain a project ledger for the grant. For each grant, there should be a project ledger. Keep track back all the financial instruments for a longer period. Request invoice and receipt for all grant expenses. Rest assured that TRF will scrutinize every expenditure and every receipt properly. So you need to keep invoices in a proper format, proper invoices and receipt for all the grant expenses. This should be kept properly for future years also, because TRF may say for any reason visit and ask for this detail at a later stage also. It is not that once the project is completed, you destroy these invoices. There is a minimum of 6 years you have to keep the documents with you. Next, please. But after the project implementation, there are certain things that you need to do. Measure the results of your project. In the very beginning, I said that it is whether it is a achievable or measurable target is there. So that target you have to measure with the success of your project. Maintain relationship with the beneficiaries for feedback, because this is meant for the beneficiaries. What is the feedback? Has the project met the targeted population, targeted beneficiaries, or is there any lacuna there? Keep all financial for at least 6 years. For projects for which acceptable final reports are received, suppose your project has completed, final report is given, received, and are closed, and closure reports are sent to the project partners. That's a card C, because your international partner is also involved. When the project is completed, you should also inform your international partner that the completion of the project. Next, please. very important part of the stewardship, that is reporting. The reporting of the district grants, I have mentioned, there are these things are required as soon as the project is completed. The following documents are to be sent to the district stewardship share: photograph, completion report, or any newspaper clipping, appreciation letter from the beneficiaries, original bills, cash memos, vouchers for the expenditure made. Club can retain a Xerox copy for their record. We submit the original district and Xerox copy with us. Copy of the bank statement certified by the bank manager. All the vouchers are paid by check except for unavoidable and unpracticable minimum of cash. This is the requirement of the district grants. Next. Next, please. After the receipt of this document, the district will reimburse the amount of district grant to the club for that particular district grant. This is done on a year-to-year basis. After receipt of the select, the club must also follow the certain documents. So your reporting is, first, you have to acknowledge the utilization certificate, payment certificate on a standard on his or her letterhead, along with her membership number. The amount received from the district should be duly shown in the receipt side. So that is called the utilization certificate. There is a standard format. On that basis, you will have to submit the utilization certificate. A copy of the bank statement where the amount received from the district duly shown as credit. This statement should be certified a true copy by the bank manager or the chartered account. This reporting requirement of the district grants. The district grant stewardship is much simpler than the global grant requirement reporting requirement. Next, please. Yes, reporting the global grant. When you open a global grant application tool, your approved grant will be visible in multiple locations. To start the grant report, find an open ground section. You're from the My Directory, the contact person has to go to the My Directory and open the grant section and choose open. There will be two options: progress report or final report. Because the global grant can spill over to 2-3 years. So the expenditure may not be fully completed in that rotary year. So it will be done a progress report. Choose the appropriate button to start the report. The website will guide you step by step. You write your report online. There are so many structures are there. You have to report on every column. There are every rows. There are reports, and the financial details are also given in the report. Once the report is completed, any of the contact person will have to authorize it. Suppose you are a host country, host club, then you authorize it. Then it will be passed to the international partner, and also that DZ and DRFC will it has gone. If it is a progress report, that is sufficient. 1 year progress report has gone, and it must be done within 2 months from the end of the financial year. If it is a final report, it can happen anytime. Suppose the final grant, the global grant is completed on the month of September. Then by November, you have to submit your final report. Progress report time is 31st May because it is 2 months after the March. So 31st May is the progress, but when it is a question of final report, it must be within 2 months from the completion of the project report. Whatever the balance, there is any balance in the bank account that you need to refund to the club, or you ask for a permission from the TRF whether in any additional cost is incurred in that project report. If you get a prior sanction, then you can utilize the fund for that particular purpose in the same grant, not in the another grant. Next, please. That's all for you. I think I have not taken more than 5 minutes because it was the time allotted to me, and I'll love to have any questions if it is done now or if it is done at a later stage. I'm there for you.
Subhashish and DG elect, can you permit me 5-second time to point out some important issue of this presentation Rajkamal has done? 5 seconds.
Okay, sir. Okay, go ahead.
See, Rajkamal has very rightly pointed out that your reporting of global grant has to be authorized by the international partner. Now, our 3 global grant reporting is due for last 15 to 20 days in want of the authorization by the international partner. So my humble request to the leaders of the club, when you go for the global grant project, kindly note down your primary contact's number and email address, so that afterward, while you upload the reporting, you can contact them and request them to authorize. Because I am afraid whether they will at all authorize within the given time limit of 31st May for our Indian global grant. So please note down the international partners, primary contact partners, phone number and email address, so that afterward, while filing the reports, you can contact them to authorize your reporting. Otherwise, it will not be accepted. Thank you.
Thank you, DRFC. This is very pertinent information. And also one information I like to share. International partners, primary contacts, email address is always available when you upload
Always
that.
available, always available. Yeah.
Always without email address, you cannot upload. Only thing, additionally, you can capture his or her phone number. And this is very important. Unless until international partner approves, your job is not done. So thank you very much, Anita, for highlighting this. So friends, after a wonderful session, which is very, very important, stewardship, because stewardship is the game for Rotary Foundation. We have proved ourselves. That's why people have so much of confidence giving lakhs of rupees to Rotary Foundation to doing good in this world. Thank you, Rajkamal Bhuiya, for giving your wonderful and pertinent presentation. Friends, let's move to next presenter. And we have past President Ravinderjit Singh Panesar from Rotary Club of Dimapur. Friends, Rotary has made a history after the smallpox that eradicating polio from this world. 1985, Rotary started, and till now we are not able to finish 100% of polio-free world. We are still held up with 2 countries. So still the time it is not been 100% removed from the face of the world. Rotary's job is not finished to keep his promise. So supporting polio fund is our also one of the important and primary responsibility to support end polio now to fulfill Rotary's promise to the world. I would request Ravinder Singh Panesar to be on the screen. He is the incoming District Polio Plus Chair, and Ravinder is a man who has a heart-to-heart connection for polio. Ravinder will present regarding the necessity of end polio fund and also the Rotary's plan for supporting end polio. And I would request Ravinder to come on the stage. Ravinder, over to you.
Okay, I'm already there. May I ask Denny to help me? Am I audible?
Yes, Panesar.
Okay. Good evening, friends. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, friends. Good evening. I have been asked to throw light on polio end game strategy to 2019 to 2023. Friends, it's a very vast one, but I'll try to sum up within 10 minutes. Next, Denny. The global effort to eradicate polio is to leading a partnership organization including Rotary International, the World Health Organization, UNICEF, the US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Next, please. The world is on the brink of a great achievement, the eradication of wild polio virus. In 1988, when the World Health assembled declaring its commitment to eradication, and the Global Polio Eradication Initiative was formed in pursuit of this goal. There were 350,000 annual cases of wild polio virus in 125 countries. By the end of 2018, only 33 cases were identified, all from our two neighboring friends, Pakistan and Afghanistan. Next, please. The polio endgame strategy 2019-23 addressed three key risk factors achieving global WPV eradication: insecurity and conflict. The last remaining polio affected regions are often plagued by conflict, insecurity. Many motivate families to move in masses to refugees camps or internal displaced population camps. Next, weak or fragile health system. Both endemic and non-endemic countries are often beset weak or fragile health system, while the community lives in extreme poverty and family lack access to basic services. In these settings, large pockets of children are unimmunized or underimmunized, and consequently the risk is high for continued circulation and outbreak due to importation of polio virus or an emergence of vaccine-derived polio virus. Next, please. Operational management and resource. The program also faces internal risks related ensuring that the GPEI is fit for purpose. For example, its capacity in maintain an emergency posture, provide flexibility in decision making, sustain peak performance with clear accountability and full transparency, and achieve program equal to places at the same time. Next, please. Goal of polio endgame strategy 2019-23. Goal 1, eradication. Interrupt transmission of wild polio virus. Stop all circulating vaccine-derived polio virus outbreak within 120 days. Or detect or eliminate the risk of emergence of further VDPVP, polio-derived. Goal 2 is integration. Contribution to strength immunization, a healthy system to help achieve and sustain polio eradication. Ensure sensitive poliovirus surveillance through integration with comprehensive vaccine preventable disease and communicable disease surveillance system. Prepare for and respond to future outbreaks and emergencies. Next, please. The goal 3. After all the goal 2s are taken into account, certification and containment. Certify eradication of wild polio virus. Contain all polio viruses. Next, please. The legacy 29-23 to end polio ending. Eradication, stop transmission, integration, systematically collaboration with the public health sector capacities and contribute beyond GPEI to help achieve and sustain eradication. Certification and commitment. Certify eradication and containment of all the wild polio viruses and ensure long-term polio security. Enabling areas, gender equality and equal governance and management research and financial resources to be taken into account. Next, please. The main conclusion of whatever is spoken is that current routine immunization. The first key component is strengthening the immunization program worldwide. This involves ensuring that receive multiple doses of oral polio vaccine as a part of routine immunization system along with other routine vaccines. Supplement immunization campaign. Intensify vaccination campaigns are conducted in areas with high risk of polio transmission or where outbreak occurs. These campaigns aims to reach every child under the age of 5 with multiple doses of polio vaccine, usually use the OPV. Surveillance. An essential aspect of the strategy is maintaining a robust surveillance system to detect any polio virus promptly. This involves monitoring acute classic paralysis cases, which are potential indicator of polio, and testing stool samples to identify the polio virus. Next, please. Target strategies. Specific strategies are implemented to reach vulnerable areas and hard to reach population, including those living in conflicted areas, nomadic population, and marginal communities. These strategies aim to ensure that every child has access to the polio vaccine. Outbreak response. Rapid response teams are deployed to investigate and respond to any reported polio case or outbreak. This involves conducting vaccination campaign in affected areas to prevent further transmission of the virus. Research and innovation. Continuous research and innovations are crucial to improve the effectiveness of vaccine, enhance surveillance methods, and addresses any challenges encountering during the eradication effort. Next, please. Throughout the year, these strategies have helped in reduce the number of polio cases globally from hundreds of thousands per year to few cases in limited areas. However, achieving complete eradication has proven a challenge due to various factors such as vaccine hesitancy, weak health system, geopolitical challenges. The Global Polio Eradication Initiative is ongoing effort, and organizations like Rotary International continue to play a significant role in supporting and implementing the strategies to achieve the polio-free world. Next, please. Friends, 2023, we have 4 polio cases, 1 in Pakistan and 4 in Afghanistan. Whereas in 2019, there were 29 in Afghanistan, 147 in Pakistan. So thank God, this year we don't have any further polio case. Next, please. Dennis, please, next. Thank you, friends. Next. Thank you, friends. Raja, I'm done.
Okay, thank you, Panesarji, for the wonderful presentation in such a short time.
Was it okay,
As we
sir?
are- Yeah, thank you so much.
Welcome, welcome.
Yes, the gist of polio has been presented to the members, and we all contribute to the polio fund, because when we have some endemic, the developed countries helped us. So now it's our turn to help them to eradicate polio from the entire world. Thank you, Panesarji.
Welcome.
Now we have to move forward. We had the next session of direct gift and global grant guidelines by DGND Dr. Kameshwar Singh Ilambam. I think due to his spouse ill health, he is not able to join. And so we will again move forward. We have with us, friends, the district endowment and major gift subcommittee chair, PDG Sapan Chaudhary. I would like to request him to present on endowment gifts in TRF. So, I request PDG Sapanda. Sir, you have to unmute.
Nilesh, am I audible now?
Yes,
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 sir.
Sapanda.
Yes, sir.
Sapanda,
Please,
you are
please. You are audible.
Okay. So good evening, friends. See, before I talk about my subject, let me warn you in one thing. That whenever you find you are invited as a speaker and your name is at the deep bottom of the list, दो चीजें हो सकती है. There are two kind of things which can happen. One is either you are a very important speaker of that program, which I am not today. And second thing which may happen is, तुमको जो बोलना है बोलो, सुनना तो मेरा काम है. So I don't know how I am going to justify this situation. There could be third things also. So that is that you listen to everybody, pick up the points you want to pick up, and make your note and prepare your deliberation. So thank you, Nilesh. I'm following the third one. I have picked up the points from different speakers, and I'm going to speak about the subject you have given me to speak. I'm really thankful to you that you have given me the invitation to be here. Although I'm in the holiday mode, I'm sitting in a hill station. The connection is not very good, but still I'll try to justify myself. First of all, let me tell my friends that what small I understand about this subject of endowment in Rotary Foundation is that, as you all know, that Rotary Foundation is the backbone of Rotary International. So when in 1917 the Rotary Foundation was formed by the then RA President Arts Clump, so the thought process which played in his mind was that Rotary Foundation would be an organization, would be a wing of Rotary International, where all those humanitarian projects, service projects for the world where we need it, will be planned and will be implemented by Rotary Foundation. So if you believe that Rotary means service, then of course you should also believe that Rotary Foundation was created for the purpose of planning and implementing the service projects throughout the world. And most interestingly, you also know that these days you can see that there are not many corporate houses which are coming out to contribute to Rotary Foundation, but a majority of the fund which comes from the pocket of the Rotary, like you and me. So unless we contribute, Rotary Foundation cannot do justice with the purpose of which the foundation was formed. And I'd like to make it very clear about the endowment fund, my dear friend, that when you contribute to Rotary Foundation as to become a Paul Harris Fellow, or maybe a multiple Paul Harris Fellow, or major donor, or whatever, in permanent fund. So the permanent fund is created for the purpose of taking care of the service projects which are of immediate requirement. Abhi zarurat hai humko 3 saal ke andar, 2 saal ke andar, for that we create this annual fund. But endowment fund is something which was created with the line of thinking that this is the fund which will be utilized by the Rotarian for the Rotary project in the coming years. So this is the main difference between the contribution to Rotary Foundation permanent fund and Rotary Foundation endowment fund. So friends, as far as I remember, that Rotary Foundation Endowment Fund was created when I was the governor of this district in 14-15, and I had 2 very kind-hearted Rotary leaders in our district. One is no more with us, past Governor Kirti Ranjan Dey, who was the backbone of Rotary Foundation in our district, also in Rotary Foundation, Rotary 3240 Foundation of our district. So he initially agreed to become an endowment fund to contribute to Rotary endowment fund. So as you know, that the minimum amount of Rotary endowment fund is $25,000 US, and this could be contributed. This money can be paid in 3 installments. Suppose during this year, when Dr. Pabi is the governor, you contribute $8,000. So you can also contribute, you should also contribute, you have to contribute $8,000 each for the next 2 years, for the year of Nilesh and the year of Sukhminder. So that is the condition was of endowment fund. So Kirtida thought he will start with this. He did it during my tenure. And the second man who was Babulal Khetavatji from Rotary Club of Dimapur of Nagaland, who contributed all the $25,000 in one single check in 1 year only. So this is the endowment fund which can be created for the purpose of which other contribution doesn't allow you to have your own choice of to utilize the money for the particular project you want to do. But this endowment fund allows you to have a project of your choice, that if you want to if you want to do a service project in your name, your beloved one's name, your parents' name, or somebody who is no more in this world, you want to keep their name intact in the memory of everybody. So this fund allow you to do a project of your choice. And during my tenure also, one thing we had when I was the district governor elect like Nilesh is today, I thought that we must have just some amount of money to collect from as directed fund. Endowment fund was there in my mind, and directed fund. So there was a lady in Kalimpong who stays in US. She contributed $88,888. So that money was contributed by her with a particular project. She said that I want to contribute this money only if this money is being utilized by Rotary Club of Kalimpong by making a digital library in the building of Rotary Club of Kalimpong. And that was done. But unfortunately, Nilesh, for you and Sukhminder, for you also, that lady was in a mood to contribute more amount of money to for different projects in our district. But somehow we failed to motivate that lady to to contribute to make her any contribution to Rotary Foundation. So this is the endowment fund. This is a directed fund, which I think next year I'm thankful to Governor-elect Nilesh once again that he has thought my name as the chairman of endowment fund, and I am also I have started planning out how many endowment fund can be created during the tenure of Nilesh in 2023 and 24. And I would request the members who are present here, the senior Rotary leaders, distinguished Rotarians who are present here in this meeting, particularly this TRF seminar, to please help me to have the names of those kind-hearted Rotarians who are willing, who are willing to contribute to endowment for also. So I can speak to them. I can plan out how to go about it. And then I can make our foundation in 23-24 much more stronger than we can think of. This was the presentation from my side, Nilesh, and I may kindly be excused that I have been given 10 minutes time to speak about on this subject. The subject is very small. That way, I think in a simple language, I have tried to communicate to you what the subject is all about. And my only submission is, so to my Rotarian friends, that you please, as I have said in the beginning only, that whatever money comes from the corporates, but the lion's share of the Rotary Foundation contribution comes from the Rotarians' own pocket. Rotarians like you and me, we are the contributor. So next year also, I would request all the Rotarians to please come out. At the same time, I would also request that, Rotary Foundation doesn't ask you to give money only. Rotary Foundation wants you also to go for a service project. Please try to maximize the number of global grant projects. I think after the tenure of Devashish, the number of global grant projects has drastically come down. We need to review the reason of it. DRFC is here, RRFC, Devashish himself is in a position that he can guide us in a better way. And we have DGE Nilesh. Nilesh is a very thoughtful person, as I know that he is a very knowledgeable Rotarian as well. Although he is a governor next year, but from last 10 years, I know him that he has plenty of innovative ideas in his mind. He will be guided by the most able incoming district trainer, Subhashish. Subhashish, he's always in a liquid form, liquid state. Wherever which utensil you put him, he becomes like that. So this team is very, very good. DRFC Orijita is there. Dr. Bharat is a good friend of mine from 3250, is a very knowledgeable Rotarian. He had come to our district as RIPR also. So he will also guide us. So it is a teamwork kind of thing is going to happen next year. And I wish that I could also justify my role as a chair of endowment fund and request the clubs and the Rotarians to please come out with your contribution, not only contribution, but also your effort to have service projects in your area, in your community, as per the need of the community. Thank you once again, Nilesh. Thank you for calling me. Thank you.
Sapanda. Thank you for your kind words. And in a short time, you have briefed about the endowment in such a wonderful manner. And I think all the participants here have learned a lot. They will go and share in their clubs and hope that next year we have few endowments for the good of the district. And as far as you coming at the last, I have kept my session at the last. The important persons are all at the last. You all know the chief guest speaks at the last. So you are a very important person as far as the our district is concerned. And thank you once again. And I am quite sure that under your able guidance as the chair of endowment, we will be able to do something good in
Yes,
this field
thank
of
you.
endowment. Thank you, sir. Now, friends, as you all know, I will not take much of your time. I will just go through the opportunities of the CSR that we have, and we should try to work on the CSR, because slowly and slowly, as the World Fund is coming down, the ratio which we were missed earlier, 100%, now it has come to 80%. And now Rotary has also focusing much on the CSR, and it is in tune with district grant, to a certain extent global grant, but very easy as far as the stewardship is concerned, as far as the compliances are concerned. And where we are, we know our CSR partners very well. Just we have to channelize it and go ahead. So I'd like to request Danny to just put that slides, a few slides that I have on CSR activities. It will give you easy access how CSR functions. And I have shared this in the president-elect groups and others so that they can start functioning on it. Danny, please.
Yeah, Nilesh, just 1 minute, Nilesh.
Yeah, no problem. So friends, it's not a very new subject. It is there from last few years. But this year I'm trying to take it to the highest level. I have formed a committee of 23 members from the 23 district. And the convener is Rotarian, is a past DRR, Vijay Sharma from Dimapur, and Vishal Gupta from Siliguri. They will be looking after this as the convener, and we have selected another 21 members from different areas, because as you know, the CSR funding, they want to be done in that area, in the focus area they want. So this is all just, we'll go through the flow chart, how CSR India grants. We have a Rotary India Foundation where they have all the papers required. We too have in our district 3240 grant foundation, all the papers they have. So this is what is the legal compliances. It is the registered under ATG. Yes, Rotary India Foundation is there. We have the MCA registration. You are seeing they are registered under ATG. They are registered under 12A. And this all compliances are also met by our district 3240 foundation. Okay, please. So this is how we can go ahead. We can identify, and we are coming up with a bank of all the corporates which are in and around our district. So we will be submitting that bank to all the clubs, so they can go, they can have a discussion with them. They can say what Rotary is and all that, how they will say. We have the annual report, the Rotary magazines, and the good project that we do. And then they will ask you how you will go ahead. Do you have all the papers and all? So we can say, yes, we have all the registration certificate, the financial reports, PAN cards, ATG, MCA registration, we all have with us. So this is the discussion stage with the corporate that the club or the district can do. Next. So this is how we will begin. Once we have our club discussion or the district discussions with the CSR, then we will prepare the project report. We'll submit this project report to the corporate, and once they approve it, then we will submit it to the CSR team at the RISO office, Delhi. They will review it and they will just say us if everything is okay within 5 to 7 days. Any queries are there, we'll get it sorted out. If the query is from corporate, we'll get it from the corporate. Is from the club, we'll get it from the club. Then a grant number will be given, and you see that inform the district and the club along with the CSR grant. So this is the beginning of the CSR grant application, how we'll go ahead. Next. So this is after this application and all is approved, we have got the number and all, and everything is settled कि yes, ये corporate इतने पैसे हमें दे रहे हैं, इस focus area में दे रहे हैं, ये काम करने के लिए दे रहे हैं, and कौन से club कर रहे हैं, उनके साथ सारी बातचीत हो गई है. Then we will sign a MOU with the club, with the district, and with RISO office and with the corporates. And accordingly, we will have the MOU signing. And then we will give all the bank details to the corporate. The Rotary India Foundation will give the bank account, or if you go to our district 3240 foundation, they will give you the bank account. You will give to the head of the corporate, and they will transfer the amount into that. That amount will be transferred to the club. Club can do the project and give the utilization. Next. Then after the all the projects and everything is over, we give a certificate of appreciation from Rotary India Foundation, thanks letter and major donor recognition. If the corporate is run by individual, we have the recognitions which can be given. If, as you know, this Rotary India Foundation, the minimum of the project should be of $21,000. So if there is a project of $21,000, we can make 2 major donors from their family members. The name has to be approved in the board of directors, and we'll give the information to Rotary India Foundation, and the recognition will come to us, and we can give the recognition to the corporates. Next. These are the grant implementation and timelines. ये हम लोग बाद में भी कर सकते हैं जब हम CSR के workshop करेंगे, just to show you. Next. This is in gist how you will go ahead. Minimum 21,000 का आपका contribution होना होगा, जिसमें 5% admission administrative fees होगा. ये जैसे जैसे amount बढ़ते जाएगा, administrative fees will come down. The CSR fund may only be used to fund CSR India grants project. International partner not required. इसमें ये बहुत आसान चीज है. As in global grant, we need to have a international partner. CSR reporting is there 31st May, and no matching is required from Rotary India Foundation. और जो हमको यहाँ से DTF देना है वो हमें नहीं देना है, और उसके हिसाब से इंटरनेशनल पार्टनर से भी हमको कोई मैचिंग नहीं लेना है. So this recognition is available to corporate heads, or if there is a multinational company and it is a private company, तो उसमें अलग अलग दे रखे हैं कि $1 लाख से अगर ऊपर वो देते हैं तो उसमें अलग अलग सर्कल दे रखा है, फ्रेंडशिप सर्कल है, गुडविल सर्कल है, तो उस तरह से हम इनको रिकॉग्निशन दे सकते हैं. इसमें रिकॉग्निशन पॉइंट्स हमारे कोई नहीं होगा दैट वी कैन मैच एज वी डू इन आवर ग्लोबल ग्रांट फाउंडेशन एंड ऑल, वो हम नहीं कर सकते हैं. डिस्ट्रिक्ट में एलोकेट डिस्ट्रिक्ट ग्रांट फंड ऑल्सो. अगर कोई ऐसा प्रोजेक्ट है, कोई क्लब कर रही है और उसमें उनको डिस्ट्रिक्ट ग्रांट से कुछ हेल्प चाहिए, वी कैन एवेल्युएट द प्रोजेक्ट एंड इफ रिक्वायर्ड वी कैन गिव ए हेल्प फ्रॉम डिस्ट्रिक्ट ग्रांट ऑल्सो. प्रोजेक्ट फोटोग्राफ्स, कैश कंट्रीब्यूशन कैन ऑल्सो बी एडेड. अगर $21,000 या $50,000 कोई कॉर्पोरेट दे रही है और वो प्रोजेक्ट अगर 1 लाख का है, 70,000 का है, तो क्लब कैन ऑल्सो कंट्रीब्यूट, द कैश कंट्रीब्यूशन कैन बी गिवन. बट एक प्रोजेक्ट सिर्फ एक CSR हेड ही कर पाएगा, एक CSR कंपनी ही कर पाएगी. एक प्रोजेक्ट में हम 2-3 CSR कंपनी को नहीं ले सकते हैं, एक रेस्ट्रिक्शन है. दूसरा, एट ए टाइम 5 CSR प्रोजेक्ट्स के ज्यादा ऑनगोइंग नहीं होने चाहिए, चाहे वो डिस्ट्रिक्ट में हो चाहे वो क्लब में हो. ये ऑलरेडी यहाँ दे रखा है. एंड ये थोड़ा सा एक मैच दे रखा है कि आप अगर ग्लोबल ग्रांट में जाते हो तो मिनिमम $30,000 है, इसमें 21,000 है. प्री रिव्यू नहीं चाहिए इसमें. CSR में CSR फंड एक्सेप्टेंस आफ्टर अप्रूवल टाइम भी बहुत कम है. एप्लीकेशन जो देना है वो माई रोटरी में नहीं देना है, वो सीधा या हमें देना है या RISO को देना है. इंटरनेशनल पार्टनर नहीं चाहिए. एलिजिबिलिटी है, सिर्फ ये एरिया ऑफ फोकस है, बट CSR में हम थोड़ा सा और एडिशनल ले सकते हैं. और एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव ऑफिस जो है इनकी दिल्ली में है. तो फ्रेंड्स, ये एक अपॉर्चुनिटी है. मैं इसका एक वर्कशॉप अलग से लूंगा सबके साथ, बट एक बहुत अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी है कि हम इनको एनकेज कर सकते हैं. अगर किसी को भी, कोई कॉर्पोरेट हेड को और को अगर कोई तरह का गाइडेंस चाहिए, कोई तरह की अगर रिक्वायरमेंट है, कोई तरह की क्वेरीज है, तो ये 2 मेंबर हमारे CSR हेड वहाँ है दिल्ली ऑफिस में, वो उनके साथ कोऑर्डिनेट करके जो भी उनकी क्वेरीज है वी कैन सेटल डाउन. और इसमें सबसे अच्छी बात आपको ये करनी है कि आपको CSR कॉर्पोरेट के पास जाके ये पूछना है कि सर आपको क्या करना है और कौन सी एरिया में करना है. हम कुछ नहीं बताएंगे क्योंकि हमारे 7 फोकस एरिया में वी आर देयर टू कवर एनीथिंग, मे बी इट एनवायरमेंट, लिटरेसी हो, हेल्थ हो, एनीथिंग, वी आर देयर. सो लेट जस्ट गो बिल्ड द रिलेशनशिप एंड हैव ए बिग टॉक्स. ये नहीं कि सर आप 2 लाख दे दो, 2 लाख दे दो, नहीं. ऐसे बोलिए, वी नीड टू बिल्ड ए हॉस्पिटल, वी नीड टू बिल्ड ए स्कूल, वी नीड टू बिल्ड ए वोकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट, एंड वी आर कमिंग अप विद ए प्रोजेक्ट ऑफ अराउंड 5 crores, 2 crores, 1 crores. इस तरह की बातें हम उनके साथ करेंगे तो वो थोड़ा सा हमें भी इंपॉर्टेंस देंगे. एंड इट्स वेरी इजी, मनी इज देयर, दे आर स्पेंडिंग इट एवरी ईयर. लास्ट टाइम जब CSR की मीटिंग हुई थी, हमने देखा था इन नॉर्थ ईस्ट दे आर स्पेंडिंग 400 crores, but we are not able to tap it. Though I will show you one slot that our Rotary name सिर्फ रोटरी का नाम दे रखा है इंडिया CSR पार्टनरशिप में, दैट रोटरी इज द ट्रस्टेड नेम फॉर एनी कम्युनिटी सर्विस एज फार एज द कॉर्पोरेट इज कंसर्न. ऑलरेडी इट इज गिवन इन इंडियन CSR का, अगर आप वेबसाइट खोलते हो उसमें फर्स्ट नाम रोटरी का दे रखा है. But we are not able to tap that. And I request you to please tap that. Anything in your mind, आज काफी टाइम बहुत कम है, restriction है. You can call me, we will discuss one-to-one. But I request you, let's tap the corporate, how to go ahead, what to do. The club owners should be on doing the projects. Let all the paper settlement and all can be done by District 3240 Foundation or Rotary India Foundation. So this is all for today. Thank you for giving me the patient hearing. Thank you. Yeah, Danny. So now we are at very close at the end of the session, and I request our RRFC PDG Devashish Das to please sum up the session of the entire TRF level 1, level 2 training.
Thank you, Nilesh. Thank you. We are really running out of time, but I shall try to be very, very brief when I sum up the whole sessions which we had. Arijit Da had very clearly mentioned about the district overview, a very realistic, very hard-hitting statements which he provided that we really need to buck up our giving to the foundation, how we should do. He has really given the data in such a way that if we have committed towards the TRF seminars, we should be committing, we should be keeping our commitments. So that was something which all of you who are present here, the club leaders, should keep in mind, that at least let us keep our commitments. Prabhat ji, in his own ways, simple ways, with his own storytelling, give an insight to what annual giving is all about. And each and every participant will agree out here that if you contribute to the annual fund, then only your district becomes much more stronger. You can do projects of any magnitude. So your contribution to the annual fund is so very important. Do not be just like keeping with you, be the generous contributors to the foundation. Sukhminder, DG, and when he mentioned about the recognitions which the clubs and individual recognitions which you get, let me put it in very simple terms. He mentioned it very clearly about all the recognitions. One point which I wanted to mention is the PHF, which he mentioned, Paul Harris Fellows. No doubt you have to contribute 1,000. But this 1,000, it could be your own contribution, or you could get a matching for becoming a PHF. That is something which we need to realize. We have a tendency to match with very small, with very large amounts, which DGE Nilesh has to take care of it. Are you going to do with it? Are you willing to part with only 200, 800? I think that concept should not be kept in our district anymore. At least 50-50 is still acceptable, but we need not go below 50%, 50-50 matching. You need to think about it. In Sukhminder's presentation, if you think a Rotarian contributes in very small amount, let us ask for very small amounts. Please remember that the small amounts are also very, very important to the Rotary Foundation. It is not the large amounts which make up the contribution to the foundation as such. Very small amounts are also important to making our foundation stronger. So a small amount is important. District Trainer Subhashish, of course, you give a total account of how to access those reports, the hands-on training which you gave to all the presidents, all the Rotarians who are present. Definitely that would go a long way in seeing the reports, how to go and access those reports. Raj Kamal, when he talked about stewardship, let us at least realize that if you fall below 70% reporting, the district becomes, it becomes very difficult for the district to get more grants. You are blacklisted. So unless and until our reports are done properly, unless and until our clubs understand that reporting is so very important, we are nowhere. It has been seen that the clubs, in spite of our DRFC's persistent efforts to see that clubs are submitting the reports, whether they have received the materials, submitting the vouchers, the clubs are not doing that. And unless and until they do it, we fail in reporting. Our stewardship efforts becomes less, our district becomes blacklisted. Every few days we get a report that the district is falling below 70%, which should not be the case. So this is something for the club leaders to understand. Pane sir, when he spoke about polio, he discussed about polio at length. But what I would like to speak out here is there should not be a polio fatigue for any one of us. With Nilesh also, let us start contributing to the polio fund. Let us collect something for the polio fund. One important message which should go from polio side is the matching which comes from Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. You give one, it becomes 2 times when you contribute anything. If you are giving it from the DDF, at least 50% is matched by the World Fund, and then it's twice comes, it's matched by the Bill and Melinda Gates. So 20,000 of DDF becomes 90,000. It's a big amount which comes. So polio fund contribution is important because we have committed 50 million per year to be given till 2025. Directed gifts, of course, Dr. Ilangbam was not present. But let me put it this way. When you contribute as a directed gift, take, for example, I have contributed $30,000 for a Rotary signature project. What did it imply? I gave the directed gift. I did not need a notion. I did not need an international partner for it. Partner's contribution, the name will be there, but the partner's contribution is not necessary. So that's the advantage of if you contribute large amounts of 30,000, where your international partners' contribution is not required. Sapanda, of course, mentioned about endowment. For all of you, you need to realize we are approaching 2025. We are 2023 this year. By 2025, the foundations, what it wants is we should have $2.025 billion in endowment. Sapanta mentioned about 2 endowments, about Kirtida and Babulal. Let me tell you, friends, I have 2 endowments in my name, not in my name, but in my father's name and in my mother-in-law's name, which I did it last month. The amount was $25,000. So whatever the endowment has been done, the interest is coming to our DDF. So this is how the endowment needs to be encouraged in our district. We don't have much of endowments in our district. As rightly pointed out, $25,000 can be divided into three years also. And you can do it. There's a pooled endowment fund also. When it comes to the CSR, Nilesh has rightly pointed out that we need to tap the resources of the corporates to see that we get CSR funding. And for information of District Governor-elect Nilesh, you will have a CSR training specially for you, EMGAs, and your CSR chair on the 17th of August at Delhi. So you will be invited. Once you attend that one, after this, then you can come and at least discuss with the club leaders, club members, so how to approach with the CSR funds. So in a nutshell, I think we had an engrossing session of the TRF seminar level 1 and level 2 with participants still at 64, means after 2.5 hours, after reaching around 3 hours, that we are still willing to learn something about the Rotary Foundation. Thank you, Nilesh.
Thank you, Devashida, for such a wonderful summing up of the program. And it was your initiative, and we are blessed that this year the RRFC is from our district. And it will be easy, friends. PHF बनना है, मेजर डोनर बनना है, एंडोमेंट लेना, RRFC सर है यहाँ, उनको फोन करिए, मैचिंग वो करेंगे PHF के लिए. You don't have to worry. आपको DGE को भी नहीं बताना पड़ेगा. He is there, and it's a good opportunity for us that he is there for 3 years. So Sukhvinder, Ilambam, and all can take this opportunity too. So now if you all will, we can have a question and answer session, or else if you find that the time is running out and it's a छुट्टी का दिन है और सब अपने अपने कहीं fellowship में जाना चाहते हैं, तो we can wind up with our words of gratitude.
There are
So-
couple of questions in the chat, so I think we can take that.
क्या question है? If something is there, we can take.
One is from Rajkamal Bhuya. He is asking, can a level 1 major donor give the balance amount of $15,000 in any 2 or 4 year later and convert it into an endowment fund?
No.
No,
See,
once you have given to annual fund.
yeah, but you became a, like, when you contribute to the foundation, where have you contributed? If it is in annual fund, folio fund, you need to find out where have you given. When you think about giving to the endowment, it needs to be 25,000 to the endowment.
Okay, understand. And it can be given in maximum is 3 years or less than 3 years, like that.
Yes, it's 3 years. It's 3 years, 8,300 something, which comes to 8,334 or every year for 3 years.
Installments.
So it's
installments.
nothing that common. The major
So
donor
Rajkamal
is
Bhuya is
like-
planning for endowment this year. I
So
think
that's-
Sapanda is there. Sapanda, Rajkamal da is आप muted है.
There is another question. It's from
Yeah.
CA Vijay Kumar Diora. The question is, in case of CSR project arranged by club, the contribution of the corporate will be added to total contribution of the club. I think question is half, that much is given.
No, नहीं होगा.
कि ऐसा है कि विजय जी, आप कोई भी प्रोजेक्ट एक बना रहे हो, अब कॉर्पोरेट को आप अप्रोच करोगे और रोटरी इंडिया फाउंडेशन के थ्रू से जाओगे, तो द मिनिमम ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट शुड बी ऑफ $21,000 फ्रॉम द कॉर्पोरेट, एंड इट्स अप टू द क्लब हाउ मच यू वांट टू ऐड इट. It's not that you can add this much or that much. You can add n number. $1 lakh का हिसाब से भी आप $1 lakh के हिसाब से भी ऐड कर सकते हो, या 21,000 जो कॉर्पोरेट दे रही है उसमें 5% जो उनका एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव चार्जेस हैं, द कॉर्पोरेट में से नो, आई वांट द प्रोजेक्ट टू बी डन फुल्ली ऑन $21,000. So that administrative part can also be given by the club as cash contributions. और फिर $21,000 का पूरा जो उनको यूटिलाइजेशन दिया जाएगा और रोटरी इंडिया फाउंडेशन से दिया जाएगा. So this is the minimum that Rotary India Foundation needs, as global grant में is $30,000. मैक्सिमम का ऐसा कोई लिमिट नहीं है, आपकी क्लब जितना चाहे उसके अंदर में ऐड कर सकती है, बट 2 कॉर्पोरेट एक साथ मिला के नहीं कर सकते हैं. तो वी अगेन हैव ए डिस्ट्रिक्ट 3240 फाउंडेशन. You have all the papers with District 3240 Foundation also. But if you go to Rotary India Foundation, the only advantage ये हमारे साथ है कि you get the recognition of the Rotary Foundation also. जैसे मेजर डोनर है, AKS है, वो भी हम ले सकते हैं. वो जो डिस्ट्रिक्ट 3240 में जाने से वो बेनिफिट आपको नहीं मिलेगा. और डिस्ट्रिक्ट 3240 फाउंडेशन में ये एडवांटेज है कि 5% एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव कॉस्ट हमको नहीं लेना है, वो हमारे डिस्ट्रिक्ट में रह जाएगा. सो $21,000 आप इंडिया फाउंडेशन में जाते हैं तो उससे कम अगर कोई कॉर्पोरेट दे रही है तो डिस्ट्रिक्ट 3240 में भी हम कर सकते हैं. हमारे पास भी पूरे ट्रस्ट डीड्स हैं और ऑडिट रिपोर्ट्स हैं, पैन कार्ड है, ATG है, 12 है, MCA रजिस्ट्रेशन है, हमारे पास भी सब लिया हुआ है. वी हैव एवरीथिंग विद अस. और बाद में अगर आपको कुछ और की जरूरत है इंफॉर्मेशन की, वी कैन हैव 1-to-1 टॉक ऑन दैट.
That's it. No more questions. I think we can move to Barnabas.
Yeah, if anyone
I
have
have-
some specific question, 1 or 2, we
I
can
have
take.
one question. I have one
Okay.
question.
Please, Dada. Please, Dada, go
I
ahead.
have a question to RRFC elect and ARRFC, Dr. Bharat, if he is present
ARRFC
here.
have left. I think ARRFC
Oh.
have left. RRFC is here.
Okay, Then I can ask, this question is like, this authorization of my Global Grant report remain due because of the authorization by the international partners, not only the primary contact person and the president of the club. Final report need to be authorized by the president. Debashish, what happened, this email address is available at the time of uploading the Global Grant, it is okay, fine. But then email address of the president is changing after 1 year. So I don't know whether it has been uploaded. There is a system of uploading that email address later on after 1 year, if the Global Grant is continuing. So that is what is happening now with my district. 2 Global Grant is held up. This reporting is, I am afraid whether it will be accepted by the TRF or not. In want of authorization by the international partner, primary contact person, as well as president of the club. So what is the way out?
So it would be very difficult for me to comment, Dada, on this issue right now. The best option would be for me to speak to the South Asia office tomorrow when they open up and get in, like you said, that the authorization from the primary contact and the president's thing is not, you are not in a position to access that. So let me talk to someone, senior grants officer, whether it's Roy or whether it's
Whom you want me to send a mail?
I think Roy John is like much
Or
more
Sanjay Parmar?
No, like you see, like when you send it to Sanjay would definitely send it to Roy because he's dealing with the grants as such. What I could understand this time also, it's better to send it to send the mail to Roy. I will also have a talk with Roy John, and then let's decide like is there any way out or not.
Yeah. Okay. It will be very unfortunate that if we go short by this percentage because of this problem.
Yes, we'll do that. We'll do that tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you अरिजीत दा, thank you देवाशीष दा. और किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन है? Otherwise we'll move ahead with the words of gratitude. And you have any questions, you can just call me or you can call RRFC or all Arijit da, Sapan da, sab.
I have one question to Nilesh yourself, because you have presented that CSR account. You have talked about the recognition to the CSR on contribution to the CSR grant. But what will happen in case the contribution is taken into our 3240 foundation?
That time you won't get that major donor and जो भी recognition, if you take it in 3240 foundation, वो नहीं मिलेगा सर. That won't be there. नहीं, वो नहीं मिलेगा. वो मैंने बोला कि अगर आप Rotary India Foundation में देते हो तो Rotary Foundation will give that recognition.
That Rotary India Foundation has declared it, but we can't declare it, no?
Yeah. वो हमारे में नहीं है, क्योंकि पैसे हम लेंगे, पैसे हम क्लब को दे देंगे, खर्चा हो जाएगा, so we can't. But Rotary India Foundation
is it possible that lesser than this $21,000 we can take from the CSR, because there are many CSR who wants to give less money and we can take it. That is what
then in that case we have to take it in our foundation.
That is what I mean to say. That we'll have to clear it up on 17th August in Delhi.
No, there is no confusion, Dada. Like if it is below 21,000, it has to be from your side only, from our district side.
Okay.
Many clubs have their own papers ready. जो भी trust है, ATG है, many clubs has done. जैसे 2-3 क्लब हमारे डिस्ट्रिक्ट के ऑलरेडी कर चुके हैं. जोरहाट ऑलरेडी कर चुका है, जोरहाट, गुवाहाटी लुइट ऑलरेडी प्रोसेस में है. So अगर उनके पास वो पेपर्स हैं तो डायरेक्टली वो अपने नाम पे भी ले सकते हैं.
What about your hospital? Are you taking any CSR contribution?
हॉस्पिटल में जो हमें पैसा दे रहे हैं बिल्डिंग बनाने के लिए, हम उनको कोशिश कर रहे हैं, पैसा तो दे रहे हैं कि भाई आप रोटरी इंडिया फाउंडेशन के थ्रू से देंगे से आपको ये डोनेशन, ये रिकॉग्निशन मिलेगा. बट वो आउट ऑफ रोटरी है तो उनको रिकॉग्निशन उतना नहीं समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं, वी नीड टू गिव द फंड. ठीक है,
करेक्ट.
तो अगर एंड आई एम ट्राइंग टू रूट इट थ्रू रोटरी इंडिया फाउंडेशन की दैट इट कम्स टू आवर कंट्रीब्यूशन. इफ यू गो टू रोटरी इंडिया फाउंडेशन, दो हमारे लिए उसके बेनिफिट है. एक तो हम रिकॉग्निशन पॉइंट लेते हैं, दूसरा हमने जो कमिट किया कि फाउंडेशन को पैसे देंगे वो उसमें भी ऐड हो जाएगा. तो उस तरह से हमारे लिए दो उसके अंदर में मतलब हमारे डिस्ट्रिक्ट के हिसाब से फायदा होता है। तो अब वी विल हैव टू ट्राई सी हाउ वी गो अहेड।
हमारा फाउंडेशन भी से भी कुछ रिकॉग्निशन दे सकता है काइंड ऑफ।
दैट वी कैन डू, वो अपने ऊपर है, वो हम कर सकते हैं।
ठीक है, थैंक यू।
Okay, welcome. Okay, so we'd like to sum up, and for the words of gratitude, I would like to request our district fundraising subcommittee chair, Rotarian Barnabas ji, to please propose the word of gratitude for this training seminar.
Thank you, DG Nilesh, for giving me this opportunity to give the word of thanks. But I think my work has already been done. 90% of whatever I have to say has already been summarized by our RRCE PDG, Dr. Debashish Das. He has thanked almost all the speakers. What is left of me is to thank our DGE and the the district trainer for arranging this program, which is a very important program for the district and especially for our knowledge in regards to Rotary Foundation. I wish to thank Kalpana Khan. I'm saying there are so many PDGs. So Panda is already packing up from his holiday. We can see from here. So Panda, complete your pack. Your packing. And most of all, we'd like to thank all the presidents who are many have already left, I've seen. But those who are here, please I'll take this opportunity to thank you for attending this program. What I would like to propose to the DG is that we always go for a EREY towards the end of the year. Why not have a challenge for July and August? Let there be a challenge for EREY Club in the month of July and extend it up to August. Have a special award for those clubs. You know, if we start early, 2,000 like already been spoken, 2,000 each member. Then towards the end of the year, you know, we can get some more funds, maybe another 2,000, at least if, I mean, that way we can raise more fund. Otherwise, we are always rushing towards the end. We have already seen the figures for this year. The figures are not matching to our expectation. So let us start from the very word bank.
That's a very good
From
suggestion.
July,
That's a very good
we should go
suggestion.
for EREY Club. So I request this is a proposal. I have not discussed earlier with DG, but I'm making this proposal now. If the DG finds it fit enough, let us have a EREY challenge so that the presidents can start from 1st July and have a challenge at least by 2 months. Let us give them 2 months so that whichever club achieves the EREY status within July and August, and special points, special recognition of whatever you say can be given to those clubs. And I'm quite sure if we are from 1st July, we are serious about collecting funds for Rotary Foundation, it will not be difficult to reach the target of $4 lakh. And there are many generous people who are still here. Debashish aside, Debashish has always been giving, and others also will give. I know. We'll also try to get more donors this year, and every club should make an effort to enable us to achieve this figure. The Rotary Foundation is like the what do you call the heart of Rotary. If the RBC is like the annual fund, and the white polio fund is like the white blood cells. So many pathologists have already spoken about all the needs of the heart. If the heart does not get blood or doesn't get money, then the heart will stop beating and Rotary will die. Rotary Foundation is the only organization actually which keeps us together as Rotary International. Clubs are all apart by themselves. There's only the Rotary Foundation which binds us together, like the heart. The fund that will flow is like the money that we give the Rotary Foundation. So this is the message that I would like to give, and thank each and everyone for your participation in this program, and especially all those who have contributed by their guidance to us during this evening. Thank you and good night.
Thank you, Barnabas. It's a very good idea, and you are the boss of the fundraising subcommittee. It's you to take a call. So I will request you that we'll meet in the TTS. We'll chalk out the plan and we'll focus much on the small givings, because we have seen that more than 50 to 60% of the Rotarians have not contributed to the foundation at least $1. So that should be our focus. Figure and all will be there. And it's a good suggestion that if we can start from July itself, slowly and slowly, I think the pool of funds can be arranged. Thank you for that words of gratitude. Before we wind up for RRFC, we have a question from Dr. Ananya Das. what are the few important points we should discuss with the Rotarians so that they become interested to donate in TRF and the club can become 100% TRF club? This is one question in the chat. I think RRFC can answer it well. Dr. Ananya, he's here, I think. She is here.
Numbers are already.
Yes, sir,
It
I
will
am
be
here.
helpful to, yeah, okay, great. And it will be helpful to other also. Devashish Da. Devashish Da sune nahi. Sir, have you heard the question? Devashish Da?
Or some other types.
Yeah.
Devashish Da?
I think he has muted for some time, so
Right, I think.
I think we can leave the subject for some other time.
Sapanda can answer that very well, I think.
Sapanda is here.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Sapanda is here.
Sapanda, there is
Sorry?
a question in the chat. So it is from Dr. Ananya Das. She's asking, what are the few important points we should discuss with the Rotarians so that they become interested to donate in TRF, so that a club can become 100% TRF club?
What we talked since evening, am I audible? Because I am
Yes,
not
yes.
using my phone.
Yes, yes, Sapanda, very much audible.
Yeah. What we have talked about this Rotary Foundation since evening, I think she could pick up some of the points from that. Besides that, let me tell you, I would request anybody who wants to see what does Rotary Foundation do around the world, they should visit the countries where there is a scarcity of drinking water, and let them see how Rotary Foundation has worked very hard to make the safe drinking water available. They may also contact, they have some friends in some countries like Cambodia, Nigeria, and many African countries. So how Rotary Foundation says that if you are contributing to Rotary Foundation for permanent annual permanent fund, you are not sure where this money is going to spend. This money could be spent in any other country also, even in Pakistan, which is politically is not a very friendly country of India. But then your contribution may be utilized for the purpose of polio eradication in the country of Pakistan also. So this is something which should be talked to the club members. Then, since there are a lot of recognition, if you are doing something, you must see the end result of it. What is your achievement? What is your recognition? If I have worked as a governor, if Nilesh is going to work as a governor, so he must have thought that he must have some kind of acknowledgement, some kind of recognition from Rotary International also. Because everybody, we have some expectations. So if, as a president, as a club member, if at the end of the club is not recognized as one of the good clubs, one of the best clubs in the district, in terms of membership growth, in terms of Rotary Foundation contribution, in terms of Rotary's public image programs. So these are the few things we need to be talked to the club members. Am I clear?
If I am not wrong, she is from the Rotary Club of Agartala City.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
She can be requested to ask her members to go and see the bio toilet built up out of this district grant project of DCR, and inform her members that 65 clubs has done this sort of project because of our contribution to the Rotary Foundation in our own district. That is one way how she can convince them, motivate them, contribute to the Rotary Foundation, not only for doing good thing in our own areas, we can do much more better things throughout the world. And also we can do in our own areas 10 times better work than what we are doing right in this year, 22-23.
Thank you, Arijita. So with this, we come to the close of this TRF level 1, level 2 training session. And now request Danny to unmute all for the virtual fellowship. हाँ सुखविंदर जी आप जा सकते हैं अभी आपका खाने का टाइम हो गया लगता है. Thank you so much. Thank you all for.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. It was a wonderful session. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. सब आप लोगों की देन है.
Yeah. And I will personally tell Dr. Ananya regarding this, how to motivate your club members. I will send
कल
you
एक
the
कल एक
message.
क्लास ले लेना उनका कल अलग से क्लास ले लेना
Right.
उसका.
Right.
Nilesh,
Yeah.
we'll meet on 17th in Kalimpong.
Yes, Dada, surely.
And keep some time for discuss about the decision project.
Already, sir, it is kept for you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes. Already.
And one of
Okay.
the best room, I think, has been kept for Arjit Da.
Not for alone for me, it should be for me and Prabhat. We both are coming.
और देखिए जिस रूम में वो लोग रहेंगे, that room will be the best room.
And put one red light in front of the because it's red and green. When it will be engaged with the DGE, nobody should come inside. Core committee. Okay.
Okay,
Good
thank
night,
you
good
all.
night. Very
Thank
well.
you all.
Thank
Good
you
night.
all. Good night.
Very
Good
well
night.
arranged. TRF
Good night,
seminar.
Kalpana Baido. You are here. So nice to see you.
Good night. Good
All
night.
the ages and all. Nice to see you all. It's great.
Good night.
चलो अच्छा है वर्चुअल है तो घर पे बैठ के अपना ट्रेनिंग भी ले लो और अभी जाके खाना खा के सो भी जाओ. कितना बढ़िया काम है. हाँ समीर खूब
हाँ.
हंसी आ रहा है तेरे को. So nice. Thank you all. Good night Ajit.
Good night.
Vivek and all.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye Abhishek. Indra bye. All everyone good night. Sudarshan, meet you at DTTS.
Sure भैया, next week मिलते हैं.